Hi, welcome to the show. My name is Kaj. This is the Goblin Cave. We are here for Saints and Sinners. I had my own little technical blurb because I'm on lots of medication, but we're good now. I'll just clip it out of the YouTube stuff. You'll never even know it existed. And while that was going on, we had a scary, demonic Mr. Live producer going really, really weird and loud on his audio. So we're good. Total professionals here. Just a couple of things before we get started. The audio that we're using for the intro music, for the break music, and for our outro, our credit scenes is from Syrinscape. They're absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. I think they are gorgeous and whatnot. So please check them out at syrinscape.com. And the other audio is being used by Marco, by Sky, doing from other places. So we're trying to unify it all and trying to get everything working together. And we'll see how it goes. Because Syrinscape even have their own Baldur's Gate sent into Avernus subset, like the full, massive, room by room, essentially, bits and pieces. So we're trying to get that implemented. You can help out the channel by donating, which is great. $1 or 100 bits donating to the channel give the cast member hashtag the character name or the character or the cast member themselves. Gives them a dice to use when they need it. It escalates for every $1, and if the person doesn't use it and you donate to somebody else, that person gets the new dice and gets the increased value. So if you use it, great. If you don't use it, someone else gets it. And if it goes too high, the GM gets it. So that's kind of how it works. It's all about just helping support the channel. Costs a lot for the artwork, costs a lot for everything we do here, and we want to put on some really good shows for you. And we want to entertain you. And if you get like $500, $600 donations, heck, I'm going to send those donations to the players because they totally need it. So please send donations that big. Go for that. We're all unemployed at the moment anyway. Well, not really, but we're all on isolation break. Anyway, let's get into everybody. Hi, everybody. Of course, Miss Live Producer.
Hello.
Hi.
Featuring our new cast member, ASHE.
The best. Chair-chan, do you have anything to say?
So, do your introduction, Chair. I'll see you quiet type. Okay. No mimes.
But I do have to say, I started using Syrinscape for a private game. Oh, it's so nice.
Yep.
It is actually really nice.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. My favorite button is the Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
Oh God.
So the cast members here, like, you guys have not really I've only used it in one thing, but when I did the single class challenge, I used the Wilhelm scream. I used the comedy side of things, like the cheers and the victories and the sad trombone when everyone rolls a fumble, including me.
I've got to hold myself back not to overdo it.
Yeah.
No, overdo it. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. And hello.
It depends on the theme. It really depends on if you're doing a comedy like slapstick, just go for it.
Yeah.
It's also quite funny. I'm currently working on a commission, and a music commission, and the client was like, "I want something." He gave me okay, here's my reference track, and he sent me tracks from the Halo soundtrack and from the Doom soundtrack. And so I've been making some heavy Doom style metal with orchestral elements. I'm like, I could use this in the game, and I have the rights to it because I bloody composed it. So
why not?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So it's very Nine Inch Nails but orchestral.
Have you? Do you know the Doom soundtracks?
I know the original Nine Inch Nails soundtracks from Doom.
No,
Quake.
The modern
Quake.
ones.
Oh, that was Quake. Yes.
That was Quake. Get your FPSs right, mate.
Yeah. The Doom 2016 and the Doom Eternal, those soundtracks have this. It's still industrial metal. It's like really heavy, and like the guitars are resampled to sound like really robotic and precise, and it's cool. But it is like the music in the Avernus soundtrack harkens to that similar style in the Syrinscape music. Although the Doom soundtrack is a lot more like industrial and electronic.
Yeah.
Hey
The,
guys.
the only one we actually use for bonus, generally speaking, and I love its name. It's called Hellscape with Hellscape with grim music. That's the one we use for the intros and outros and everything. Because
there's a couple. Like there was this one I played last week. Is actually no, not really. I'll try and when I finish the track, I'll play it. I'll bring it into the game for a little bit. But it is it's intense.
Yeah, guys,
it is the heaviest track I've ever written. Period.
This is session 10. We're in the double digits now.
Yes, session 10.
Still not dead. Yeah.
We're not dead yet. And sorry, I just want to point out, why do nobles always think it's for the greater good? The greater good is no.
It's the nobles. If they're the greater good.
No better than everybody else.
It's the greater good when the last one's standing.
For the greater good.
Yes. That's just my gripe is why always the noble, like it's always the greater good when they're the ones that survive and the greater good is killing everybody else underneath them.
I don't know.
So a little bit of a spoiler there. Oh no, it's not a spoiler because we had
nobles. Am I right?
If you weren't watching last episode, then it's too late.
Why are you watching this episode? Yeah,
it's too late. Yeah, it's already gone.
You should have watched it. It's uploaded on YouTube. You can find our YouTube stuff on Goblin Cave RPG. The episode is called Crash Bang Splash Meow. That's last episode because of reasons. Because you need to look at it. You need to watch the show because it's funny. It's probably one of our funniest episodes to date. I think so. I don't know. Amy, what do you think?
Yeah. I wasn't even there. Okay.
No.
I wasn't even there for like the funniest episode. Is that why it was funny? Because I wasn't there.
I would say I think the bathhouse episode still might be up there.
Yeah.
I like the bathhouse one. That was
just because I really enjoyed doing Jamie's voice.
Oh yeah.
My name's Jamie, and I'm washing your clothes.
Yeah. No, I think it's out there with the bathhouse. But I think like Will, you were really on it. Miss Lab Juice, you were on it. I was having fun picking on the goody goody two shoe Hell Rider.
Oh, yeah. Ria's really fun. I didn't know who she was. We just went through it.
She's
we
the
just
goody goody two shoe
appreciate
Hell Rider.
Our party knew each other for like a day or two, I don't know, and we already saw each other naked.
Tattoos.
That's Baldur's Gate.
Hey.
Welcome to.
I would say there is no better icebreaker.
Yeah, team building.
Yeah, you see someone new, just like, okay, what else is there? It's like, all right, let's go.
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, you call it team building, but then the HR department called it harassment. So I don't know who's what to think.
So my name's Carl Goldman. I'm heavily medicated at the moment. I have a little bit of a patch there on my shoulder because I had a needle in my neck yesterday, which is all nice and fun. So
get a needle in your neck, you had a needle in your spine.
So
don't undersell it.
So yeah, they went through here on my shoulder to get all the way into my spine, between my vertebrae. So while I was in a CT machine, and I don't like needles, period. So just bad. So I'm playing.
I hate needles.
Same. It's yeah. I'm
mean,
playing
who
THORNE, the very, very broken old soldier who has some issues in his past, and those issues led to alcohol, and that alcohol and those issues led to Baldur's Gate, because when you're when you're in a downward spiral, you essentially end up in the biggest cesspit of the world, which is Baldur's Gate, and that's kind of where we are, the biggest cesspit in the world. Yeah, I think that's described my character. I think it's yeah. Mr. Live Producer or Chair, whichever one you want to introduce.
Chair.
Yes.
You missed that joke.
While you were away, we introduced the Chair as the new cast member that you left behind.
Oh yes, fair enough. Hello, this is Chair.
What's his Twitter handle?
At chair.
I want to follow chair.
Yeah, sure.
All right, yeah, Mr.
All right,
Reese.
I'm curious now.
Yeah,
But yeah,
do your introduction. I'll look it up.
I am Mr. Live Producer. I play BURLOCK UNGUART, your Dwarven Barbarian, who has had many tankers of ale and thinks he's a cat sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes.
There is no at chair on Twitter, so if you want to be quick, jump in.
I
It's
am
available.
tempted to grab at chair and just every day post a photo of a chair. You know what? I'm going.
You post a photo of chairs in places like hiking. You show it near like a fountain. Look at.
I mean, you've got the green screen for it.
I've got way too much green screen.
All right, intro. Let's do intros.
Anyway, keep moving on. Emmy.
Hi, I'm Emmy Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emmy. I am playing Ava, the human monk, and I am super excited. I do have one question about last session.
Yeah.
Are we still hanging out with Rhea? I think her
Yes.
name is.
Yes,
Yes,
she
yeah.
doesn't
We are.
want to be hanging out with me, but yes.
Not hanging out with her. She's like our cannon fodder.
Yeah. Oh, she's a friend of a friend.
She's amazing, okay?
She's very violent and very religious.
Okay. So in my other game I play with this cast, the party really got on with Rhea a lot. And then the fighter offed a character by doing the Mountain versus Oberon fingers in the eyes, crushed skull in front of her. And now it was like, how the fuck do I react to this as Rhea? Like, what the oh my god. This is gonna... So you're kind of in a better stead than that guy.
I can try that.
This is my surprise face. Hmm? I've been using my hammer to squish heads, and she's happier than that.
I mean,
No, but just the slow crushing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
yeah, okay.
painful- Yeah.
I'm a barbarian. I rage. Rah. Anyway, Will?
Oh, yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Will. I don't have a handle, at least at the moment, or at least not yet to be made public.
How do you open your doors?
How to open my doors?
Voice activation. Open sesame.
Oh my god. We have so many, we have so many fans, we can't let them down, right? Well, all my fans are on the ceiling, though. Let's see. All right, so...
But I have a remote control for my fan.
all right. Intro.
Oh, I
We're
missed my
gonna start
remote
again.
control fan.
I'm Will. I play Ashe, the Fire Genasi Artificer. I'm not sure which one it is still. And yeah, she's no nonsense. She wants to do this job. She wants to make some money. She wants to stay alive. And that's it. Nothing special. All right. Who else is next? Is Marco, isn't it?
Me. I am Sky Blue Shinx, aka Sky, aka Marco,
Marco.
and I am your dungeon master for tonight. So without any further ado, let's dive right in. When last we left our heroes, Ashe the Genasi Artificer, Ava the Human Monk, Burlock the Dwarf Barbarian, and Warwick the Human Paladin, the party ventured down beneath the villa of the affluent Van Thamper family, and with the help of Rhea Mantlemorn, Hellrider of Elturel, they initiated an assault at the fiendish temple hidden beneath amongst the sewers, killing cultists and devils, and rescuing a roguish individual by the name of Fallister Fisk from the cells. The party eventually found the Duke herself, Thalmara Van Thamper, in a secret room with her son Amric, told all, trying to convince the party that her cause was just, to provide soldiers for the devilish legions fighting in the blood war against the hordes of the abyss, which supposedly threaten all of creation. After an intense fight, the last remaining devils are vanquished, and Amric makes his escape with his mother's unconscious body, while the party remain in the halls of this underground temple. So, we are back beneath the villa. Let me drag you onto the map.
Question time.
Oh, that's the villa itself. We need to go further down.
Teacher?
Did I
Amy
get to
has some
clobber
question.
either of them in the face?
You got to clobber Thalmara a lot. You, with your initiative of 29, you went first, charged right in, and just beat the shit out of this old woman.
Hell
Well done.
yes.
But not after she she grabbed your wrist, hellish rebuked you for a serious amount of damage, which is why you're feeling pretty
At least you
uncomfortable right
didn't
now.
get picked up by the head and Eldritch blasted, I think was the best way to describe
No,
it.
she gathered an Eldritch Blast in her fist and then punched you twice.
She is
Ow.
not a frail old lady. Do you see her picture? She looks like that woman like on the We Can Do This poster.
Yeah, let me re-hand out
Like
this for you.
she's like, look at her. She's holding a forearm.
Oh my god, yeah.
She is not an old woman. She's like
But I think
The
that's
way
like,
she's got
okay,
her
let's
fist
get
there
into a
kind of
fight.
makes me think of Thanos.
she can like bench
Yeah.
like at least 3 plates. I'm sure.
Thanos' mother.
All right.
All right.
So we have to aim for the head next
So-
time.
Beneath the villa, in the sewers, you are surrounded by the dead bodies of several cultists. Ash scattering the ground where a barbed devil, once stood. And as far as you can tell, Amric had made his escape carrying his unconscious mother.
We saw the curtain, right?
You saw a secret wall behind this curtain, which the cultists were guarding, trying to block you from following. And you hear you can still kind of hear it's not been very long. This is picking up almost seconds after we left off at the end of combat last time. And you can still hear the creaking of wood and the rustling of leather and clothing coming from up that corridor.
Jace?
We've got to give chase. Come on, we've got to go.
Chase.
We cannot let them out.
Chasing! Let's go.
Alright.
Okay.
Full run sprint.
I full run sprint in the direction as well. Where did they go?
So there is a secret door here, which is now open, Ava, which you can should be able to see through.
Okay, yep. I can see.
And then there is a further. You saw like the cultists were standing guard behind. There was a curtain here, and behind it you can still see a breeze coming through and blowing the curtain, which is flapping slowly in the wind. By the way, this
Which way
room,
did they run?
now that there's a brief pause between this intense fight, you've broken your way through the wall into this huge temple where these curtains line the walls. There are these candlesticks with black candles lighting this room. And to your right, as you exit the secret room, is a huge statue of an angel wielding a longsword.
Well, that's interesting. We've got to run faster. Go.
You have control over your tokens. Where are
Yeah.
you going?
Okay. hang on.
Follow down the path.
Which way did they go?
They
Okay.
went this way.
As much as I want to, can I roll a quick religion check on the statue as I'm
You
running?
You
With
can.
disadvantage?
I'm
This would
I'm
be with
running.
disadvantage, yes.
I'm just gonna put a guess it's the name that she dropped as her Lord and Savior.
You've no idea. You're
Fair
too.
enough.
You just come out of combat, and there is a chase happening. You got it. You.
I'm just gonna wait for everyone else to move before I move again.
Didn't I have a torch?
You did. If you want to,
I'm going to
but
drive
use
out.
your two-handed halberd. You would have had to drop
dropping
it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I am going to cast Produce Flame. I'm going to lead the charge. I'm going to go in.
Are you sure you're gonna lead the charge?
I'm leading it. It's
You
already
see before you, as you
I can
throw out your
bolt
throw
if
out
you
your
need
hand.
me to.
A mote of fire lighting the space in front of you. You see a flight of a ladder heading upwards into a trap door above.
Oh, shit.
I can like sprint.
Fast.
Yeah. Trippy, go find them. Go.
We just
Go,
let you
get
go
her.
fastest. Because you're
3,
faster than all of us.
4, 5, 6. How much movement is it gonna take me to get up the ladder?
Well, it's a ladder. It's not difficult. You can probably get up there with about 30 feet of movement.
30 feet. Okay. If I dash for my action as well, see, it took me 6 to get there. 30 takes up another 6. So I still have another... Because I can move 80... if I use... Oh, I don't have any key points left.
We're all
No, you
drained.
So
don't.
I can use my action to dash. Because I have 80 feet movement.
Yes, you do.
So 30 feet left. So 20 feet
with the
left.
dash. So
30 to
I
get
still
there,
have 20
30
feet
feet
left.
up.
So I get up the
Okay.
ladder and run 20 feet.
You get up the ladder, and for the purpose of this, I'm just going to move you. Hold on. You climb up, fling open the trap door, and find yourself in the stables of the villa, where you see Amric hurriedly trying to mount one of the horses with his mother kind of draped, like sort of over the saddle like this. And what are you doing?
How far away is he?
He is 20 feet from you.
Oh, sweet.
Totally kill the horse.
Hang on, where am I?
No.
I see it. I see it. I see it.
Escape.
One.
He spins around to face you and he goes, shit, and he pulls a dagger. And
Can I pull her off the horse? It's a free action or a bonus action or something?
First of all, let's roll initiative.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so dead.
Here we go. Again.
Oh, this is probably a really bad idea.
I turned off the map, by the way, because I'm not on the same map layer. Like, I've been moved to the same map layer, but a different part of the map. So
Okay, yeah. So once you climb up the ladder, I'll put you in the right space.
Then I'll turn on the map order. Just explaining. The other thing is, you may be seeing my arm go like this a lot. That's me still stretching my sore shoulder, and needle ouchies.
That's okay.
I've had people asking about it. I've had people asking about the heat pack I had on the other week and the ice pack I've had. So
I also need to.
Oh god, I got a 3.
Suddenly, this is the first time I'm having to run a combat between 2 different layers. Which should be interesting.
Welcome to being a GM.
I know. Well, being a GM on Roll20 specifically.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the NPCs like in the corner, and then add turn. Can't bloody. Damn it.
You can put us on. Oh no, you can't even put us on GM like.
No, I got it. I got it. It's good.
Yeah.
And roll. There we go.
There's lots of things that you need to get used to on this.
Top of the round, Ava, running up, speedy as anything. You dash up the ladder, floor over the trap door, run up towards Amric as he's kind of like going to mount the saddle, and
Can I grab her and pull her off the saddle?
She is unconscious. You do not need to make a check. You have to get past him, which I will say for that, make a athletics or acrobatics check. This is so you can force your way past him to get at her without him like blocking you. So he is going to roll.
Oh no!
We do have a reroll.
Well,
would you like to use it?
Let's see what he rolls.
Yeah, can I use that reroll for the 20?
If you want to.
No,
you don't need. You don't need to. You don't need to.
Okay.
You rolled a natural 1. You run through, taking him completely by surprise. He turns around to face you before he's knocked backwards, and you reach forward and you grab Thalmara and you pull her from the horse, and her limp body goes and smacks. Her head bashes into the side of the wall in the stable. And you see blood start to run. She's already pretty bloody.
I didn't mean to pull her off that hard.
She's bad. You weren't here. She's bad.
I just wanted to make it so that he can't just run away with her.
Okay.
A little harder now.
Coming up next, Fallister is going to hold the dash action until everyone else is out.
Is that all my actions?
Oh no, yeah. Well, that would take your action to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I say that's equivalent to a grapple, which replaces 1 attack, and you only have 1 attack. You do have your bonus action. Because a grapple is an attack, you can use your bonus action attack. I forgot.
Well, I can use my bonus action attack. Okay.
Yes.
The horse.
Because a grapple counts as an attack.
No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna punch him.
No, slap the horse.
I'm not
He's,
that-
he's trying to climb it. That's his getaway. Stop the getaway. He's mostly
No, just-
untouched. She's really dangerous. And she's trying to sacrifice all of us.
Just punch her in the face.
I'm just gonna hit him because that's my first reaction, and you're not there.
23 definitely
I
hits.
know I can.
That's
Yeah,
not
no,
tactical.
like reducing the metagaming just slightly. if
Yeah,
you
sorry.
don't mind.
I'm just trying to update
Six
you
bludgeoning.
from because you weren't here last week. She's really bad.
But
But I'll stop. Yeah.
Okay.
she's on the floor dying, so it's fine.
She is yes. You don't know. So next up, Warwick. You are currently
All my movements.
you are
to get
currently
to
down
where I need
here
to be.
beneath the villa. So Ava's gone upstairs.
Turn it is different.
So you are 10 feet from the bottom of the ladder, or 5 feet rather.
Use all my movements to get up there.
So action dash.
If well, I'll drop the. If there's light coming from the top, I'll drop the.
There is light
light.
coming from the top.
Yeah, if there's
There
light coming
is,
from the top, I'll drop and just go.
So yeah, you climb up the ladder, and you arrive in the stable. A dull flame flickering in the corner. You see Ava engaged currently with Amric, the unconscious Thalmara
Probably
lying
just
in the
as I
dirt.
punch Amric.
Yeah. So that is your movement to get up to the top of the ladder. You now have your action and bonus action if you want to use them.
I don't think I've got range for my halberd. I don't have anything. Oh, I do have a longbow. If he's trying to get on top of the horse and he's like got his foot in the stiff, I'm just gonna shoot that horse.
There are 4 horses, by the way. There are 4
The one that
horses.
he's trying to get onto. I'm just trying to spook the
Okay.
horse.
Roll a hit.
And
She might get
hopefully,
stuck and dragged by the horse.
that's my plan here. That's my action. That's my aim here, essentially.
21 hits. You fire this longbow and you strike the flank of this horse, and it whinnies and sort of goes back on its hind legs and kind of throws its hooves in the air, and it kind of charges forward. Knock Ava, make a dex save.
Oh,
Amric
no.
would as well.
She can't though.
You know what? My dex is good. I'm not worried.
And dex for Amric plus
I have +7.
Oh, no. So 15 will. What should I? 15 will just pass. Also, yeah. Could you actually, Warwick? You'd be fine because you're in the little corner. This horse charges out. I'm gonna see if. Oh no. The horse charges out,
Does it-
and as it runs, it knocks Amric to the ground, and its hind legs hit Thalmara right in the shoulder, and you hear the sound of bone cracking as this horse charges out of the stable and sort of crashes into the opposite wall just before making contact.
Wait, we need her alive.
Yeah, we do.
Technically, I didn't kill if the horse did.
It then so that I will say that is that's 2 failed saves. And then the horse that'll end the horse's go, but the horse is now kind of like just reactionary dashed out the stable and is kind of sitting by the door looking how to get out because it is freaking out. Alistair, it will hold his action to dash once everyone's out of the way. Ash, it's your go.
I'm going upstairs. I'm climbing up the ladder as fast as I can.
Okay, so you reach the
just gonna
top
move
of the
my token
ladder,
more than anything.
and I will let you do that just
Yeah,
for
just because people are all coming up that ladder. I'm just moving up my token.
and you see the same sight before everyone else. You see this horse freaking the fuck out. You see the battered body of Thalmara on the ground, Amric there, and what do?
Up the ladder is about 30 feet, right? So I can't move anymore.
Yeah, so I will say, for all of you, just to make it easy, it'll take your entire movement to get to the top of the ladder.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to Magic Stone Emmerich because I don't know what's going on. I just got up
He will
here.
have 3/4 cover from being behind the horse.
Yeah, I'll still attack. Still going.
All right.
Let's do it. 24.
24 will hit.
Yeah,
Kind of crouching down, throw the stone between the horse's legs and
Yeah.
strike him on the ground. He is on the ground, so you would have disadvantage.
yes, the 21 is.
Prone. And the 21 with the 3/4 cover will miss.
Ooh, so close. That's fine. In that case, I'm going to bonus action. I assume we're still right after the fight. So bonus action, use my protector, my cannon. So whoever, oh my god.
So everyone, I will say, the ladder's about 30 feet down.
Mhm.
So Burlock, you wouldn't get this, but the other two, you can get
Yep.
13 temporary HP.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
refresh it to 13. Wow, I've been rolling really well on that.
I haven't used any of
Yeah.
my temp HP.
Yeah. Can I also
I still have like 11. So does it go up to 13 or?
up to 13.
Up to 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I also give it to the horse?
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Thank you. Save the horse.
The
Save the
horse
horse.
might try to kill us.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
a horse.
It's an animal. What do you mean? All right, and then that's
Oh shit! They've updated dynamic lighting.
they have yes. They've been updating a lot of stuff. So. But 13.
Okay, I will figure out how that works later.
Yep.
But for now, Burlock, it's your go.
As fast as my little dwarf legs go, I'm gonna run up the ladder. Gets up.
I'm just gonna move Ash. Burlock,
I will just get up to the ladder. I have to take an
Yep.
action to dash. I
Yep.
get involved in anything.
So you use an action to dash.
Get up the ladder. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a dwarf.
Because he's a
Short legs.
dwarf.
Okay, so you now at the top of the ladder, you have another 20 feet of movement.
If I go into the same area as horse, will he get a bonus action? Tackle me if I leave his thing.
It's probably hostile.
That's what I'm asking.
Someone shot it.
So what was the question? Sorry.
If I
Will it attack of opportunity? The horse, that is.
no, it won't because I won't believe
No,
his range.
it won't. It's no, you're not. You wouldn't even leave its range. No. So yeah, you can move there, but that's your turn unless you don't have any
That's-
bonuses.
That's my turn, and I got no bonus, so I'm just really.
Oh, is he
close.
unconscious?
Who?
He's
Emmerich, because I was
No,
gonna...
sorry. That was
that's prone.
I meant to do prone, which is we'll do the snail. I did the snail for prone.
Yep.
Rhea now goes up the stairs, and she has to use her dash to get there, and she's going to move an extra 10 feet out, and then Phallus is going to use his held action to dash, and end up at the top of the stairs, and that'll end
Who
his
the hell
turn.
is Phallus?
Amric.
Phallus is one of the people that we busted out of their prison.
Yep.
And he
Very
works
useful.
for someone in Candlekeep. He is not a legitimate businessman, so to speak. He's been very useful at breaking into doors.
Dude, the thief.
Yeah, I was being politically correct here.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a spy.
It is Amric's go, and he spins towards you, Ava, and says, "Fool, I'll have you for this!" And he takes out his dagger, and he's going to go for 3 attacks on you, Ava.
Oof.
So the first one is going to be a 24.
Hit.
Second is going to be a 17.
Misses.
The third is going to be a natural 1. Who is the dice, by the way?
The chat dice? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's Burlock, isn't it? Or did
No
you
chat
use them?
dice.
I gave the chat dice to Karsh last game so
Oh,
they
yeah.
could get
we have
reroll.
one.
Because we have no chat dice.
We have no chat dice. We have one re-roll from when we started the show about the charity stuff with the
Okay.
bushfires.
I want to save that reroll all the way to the end.
I don't.
Ava,
I do.
Ava, you take 8 points of piercing damage as he slashes at you thrice with the dagger. You block once, twice, but then with his other hand, he brings another dagger up into your armpit. And that'll end his go. Warwick.
I have a question. He's prone, isn't he?
He used half his movement to get up.
Oh,
Damn.
Just wiping out your ankles.
I tried.
Yeah, yep. Let's see how I can get to there.
That I will say you can't get in there because you'll have to make a check to get in there because that is the narrow stables where Amric is standing in front of it.
That's what the black lines are. Okay.
Yes.
As I approach, I yell at Emric to stand down, or she dies right now. I can heal her if you'll let me get to her. If you don't, she dies right now.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check of your choice.
It's good that you're doing that because I was going to go for the same angle. She's hurt. She needs to be healed. If he doesn't cooperate, she's going to die.
I think I've got equal in both, but I think it's an intimidation. I think that one.
All right, yeah. Roll
I'm going
intimidation.
less look, she's going to fucking die, and that's on you.
15.
Karsh, whispering it to the GM. I'm not sure if you want us to see it.
Oh, that's right.
sorry.
You have got whisper on.
It was a 15. So for some
no
reason
worries.
it clicked itself. That's what I'll get. So if he stops me from getting in there, that's his thing. So if I fail you said it was acrobatics?
Well, that's that. No, you'd have to make a check as an athletics or acrobatics, but that takes your action to get in that space behind him.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get into that
What
space
you're
behind him.
essentially doing is you're shoving him out of the way so you can move in.
So is he going to let me through his space or not? That's the whole thing. He's got to act as a friendly to let me through his space. That's what I'm saying.
He will. He kind of steps back, sees he's horrifically outnumbered, and will raise his hands, drop his daggers, and fall to his knees. Save her.
Okay, so I move across into there, and although I technically can't heal, it's like see her if the things, but I'll reach over and do 1 point only of lay on hands.
So is combat technically over?
It is.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know if she's going to blast us or not.
She. What have you done?
Hi.
I kneel down. You're injured.
You're very much injured.
still.
You're under arrest. If you want to struggle, you're going to get back to very, very, very injured and on death's door. Greater good is not a good excuse for killing an entire city. So we're going to try to arrest you.
I get Amric and
Then-
hands behind his back.
Rhea kind of runs up. Is it over then?
We've apprehended them, but not any answers. So we need some answers.
Right. Where is Thavius Krieg? She... in the vault. And she kind of reaches into her jacket, and pulls out a key and just weakly throws it at your feet. He's downstairs in the vault. Do not think it ends here. You may have stopped me. You may even kill me. But the war will continue. Now without my help.
I'm sure it went in here, but Raya, would you like to stand guard while we try to find?
I think she wants to go down.
No, I'm going to find Thavius. That is why I came. That is my entire purpose for being here.
I understand
If
that,
we-
but being the most honourable here, and being the most,
We'll
being the
get,
most honourable person
I'll
here.
stand guard.
I'm
probably the
sorry. This is not a matter of negotiation. I'm going to find Thavius.
I'll stand guard.
We'll come with you then.
If need be, we will find a place where we can tie these two up
I know a jail.
and leave them without chance of escape. But for now, I must complete what I came to this city to do.
Who's got the manacles?
All right.
At this point, Fallister and
have a
Rare,
second
not Rare, Ava, you see this individual now properly. Well, not for the first time, but I'll describe him for you again. He is this tall, bronze-skinned man wearing a long, very long kafta, and he's got a very trim goatee which is dyed crimson, and he's wielding currently a couple of Chris daggers which he had borrowed from Warwick, having been let out of prison without any weapons. And he comes forward and says, "I will stand guard if need be. Don't worry, they won't get anywhere."
It's less than not getting anywhere, but it's more of a case of I thought Raya would be the one least likely to kill them.
No.
That
You
was
can
my
trust me.
reasoning.
You can trust me. You have my word. I will not hurt them in any way.
Of course, of course.
Unless they try and get away, then you can punch them.
Don't take this personally. We freed you from prison. Your word doesn't have a very high in my respect here, but I understand prison from a bad person. So I just, please.
It's.
I was a.
I
Hey,
We don't
Warwick,
have time for this.
okay.
Boy,
What? What? We in prison?
we were.
Don't
We met
tell
each
them
other.
that. Don't tell him
Alright,
that.
alright.
That's a different matter.
Maria's already gone downstairs, so go follow her.
We
Do
were
we have-
lost.
Do we have enough
A
time
lie
for
is
short
still a
rest?
lie, even if by omission. And he kind of flicks his daggers. Says, "I'll hold on to these for now, if you don't mind, Warwick. If you can trust me to hold on to them."
As long as
Well,
they're
just
not in
trust
my
him.
back, I'm okay. Or
He flicks them and sheathes them. Does anyone here have a length of rope?
Yeah.
how about some manacles?
Or someone?
Even
Manacles
better.
and rope.
Even better.
I would
Alright.
Ahead of my set.
And he slowly he meticulously strips Amric of his weapons and Thalmara he ties them both up
I
and
keep
he
stripping my
gags.
of all clothing.
and he gags Thalmara.
I kneel down in front of Amric.
After or before he's
Do you
been
have
stripped
a-
of all clothing.
You strip him naked.
I will strip him naked. I don't trust him.
Rare will stop you. He says that's entirely unnecessary.
He's a sneaky individual. It's easier way to make sure he doesn't have any anything sequestered or hidden on his body.
It's a bit cold, don't you think?
Yeah.
Fallister
literally.
says, I have experience with people of his ilk before in certain circles. I can handle this.
Okay.
Besides, if he's manacled, even if he does have a hidden knife, he won't be able to use it.
I was
I
thinking
kneel down in front of
lockpicks and stuff, but yeah.
Amric. Do you have a family doctor on grounds?
No, I'm afraid you fought them all away. Or scared the rest, the civilians. They may be sequestered in a room somewhere, or they might have fled to the streets after the fighting here. But no. Unless you have a cleric nearby, there's no physician in the villa.
Oh. Is just having a quick look over what's her name? Thalmara.
Mara,
Is she gonna die?
make a medicine check.
Is she dying right now.
You should be
She
on
did
one hit
get
point.
she did get trampled on by a horse.
Ooh, 20.
Her clavicle is snapped in half, completely broken by that impact. She is bruised to hell and gone from your punches. And she looks like she's on the brink of death, but Warwick's magic his lay on hands is just holding her alive. But she's probably going to fall unconscious in a couple minutes because she is just
So unless something else happens to her, she's not gonna die.
unlikely, very unlikely.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
At least not soon.
I just wanted to make sure that we're not gonna go down and get this guy and then come back up and she's dead.
You don't think so?
During this time, everyone else is doing this. Is it possible to take a short rest and use a hit dice to heal up a little bit?
Probably less immediately. I think we have to
Yeah,
follow
we
her.
might need to go.
The horse at this point is kind of knocked against the doors of the stable and has thrown them open and has now run down outside into the courtyard. So
Okay, well, that was my plan.
The arrow is gone.
Just grab
The
that.
arrow is gone.
No, it was
I
more
kinda
healing the horse and calming the horse from the wound. But yeah, I'm not as good as animal handling than much better shooting them.
this is just you would have been too late because this horse would have immediately after being hurt would have bolted.
Yep.
Horses are fairly intelligent. They would have bolted for the door, knowing the way out instinctively.
No problem. Let's go find this vault.
Yeah. So you leave Fallister. He ties them both up with rope, manacles them, gags Salmara to prevent any vocal components to spells. And you head back down into the undercroft below the house. Back the sewers. That's very loud.
Oh, there we go. Is that again?
So, Rhea leads the way, heading downwards. Says, "I don't suppose it's that same room that we couldn't lockpick rather."
I think it may be, but there's a lot of hidden places that we were only just starting to discover. So I think we should keep our eyes out, especially on the walls, and just be careful. There was a lot more of this place we did not explore.
Right.
Token isn't here.
Yeah, I think... Can everyone see, by the way?
No.
I can.
With light, yes.
Okay. With
I've got my light on. My torch.
Okay. Yeah, so because I think the roll 20
Did an update?
yeah, well yeah, some with the updated lighting, I think some of the tokens might have been seeing black screens.
No problem.
So if that is the case,
Shall we go to the north?
oops.
Oh, search that room. Search the boudoir. Like, to a secret room here. And this strange
I
altar.
can't see anything.
Make an investigation check. You can't see anything. Hold on. Where's your token?
Not here.
It's not here.
You copied
That's
and pasted.
probably
it.
why.
Oh, that's because yeah. Whoops. Let me just drag you back on. Yeah, because that's why. There you go.
Let's have a
Yay!
token.
Can you see?
Now I can see.
Vision.
We're a little bit to the south. There we are.
Okay. Yeah. So make an investigation check. Actually, you don't really need to. You see before you what looks like a small prayer room. There is an obsidian altar before you, which Thalmara was kind of leaning against and talking to Amric before you entered this area. It is covered with blood after Thalmara smacked her head on it from the battle. But it is also covered in many, many infernal runes and lines. And on the front, there is a statuette of a flame, which is roughly in the shape of an angel.
The flame is?
The flame, it's a statue of fire, but in the shape of an angel. So it's like a fiery angel.
Okay. Smash it or loot it?
Neither. I'm going to do a religion check. Please.
Yep.
Okay, so go the scholarly route. Okay, let's have a
Now
look.
we smash.
No idea.
Oh my god, so many dice.
Warwick, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Whatever this altar is and this statuette is, it is not one of the commonly known religions on the material plane. Not even one of the sort of more well-known evil deities like Asmodeus or Orcus or Vecna or Tiamat. You're not sure.
Okay. So that's still not a smash it. It's bad,
It's up to you.
most likely. We smashed the evil 3 once.
Yeah, but we know the evil 3 are. Well, evil. This one. Oh.
Oh, the dead 3, yeah.
Dead 3, evil
So,
3.
okay. So only smash.
You know, smashing all these
religious altars.
statues, I don't think they've statues of gods are very good for our a karma or something.
I think evidence is what we need now.
True. Okay.
As much as I want you smashy, smashy, mix, smash, smash. We need proof.
As they're looking at the statue, I'm just gonna walk past and follow Rhea to the vault.
I thought we were going to try to explore this a bit more because there was a lot more we don't know about at this place.
I'm not sure if Rhea's doing that.
She's not going to do that, is she? She's not going to agree to that.
Yeah.
Where's Rhea?
She is waiting for you at the edges of this room, kind of just watching
Impatient.
you impatiently.
Yes.
Can I ask Raya if she recognizes any of this iconography?
She'll make a religion check. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is esoteric worship, unfortunately.
Ray, apart from being like incredibly skilled, what other requirements are there to be in the Hell Knights?
Well,
Asking for a friend.
to be a citizen of Elturel, and there is every citizen of Elturel, upon reaching a certain age, speaks a vow to serve the city in all things and protect it against all dangers. And you have to have taken that vow. The vow is called the vow of. I just remember. It's called the vow.
So everyone in the city takes the vow?
Everyone in the city takes this vow. If you past a certain age, if you want to remain a citizen, it is called the Creed Resolute. And it binds them to defend the nation of Elturel. And you have to have taken this creed. In fact, Warwick, you remember now that you went to Elturel and you were situated there for a while and you refused to take that creed, and that's why you left.
Yeah, two goody goodies. Oh, there's some really loud dust.
So-
Oh, chat beep. Oh, that's what it is. Sorry about that. I'm getting chat beep.
So anyone can become part of the...
Well, that is the first requirement, is that you have to have taken the Creed Resolute. But anyone who lives and works in Elturel has taken that creed. So you have to be a citizen of Elturel. For every citizen takes that creed. It is years of training. And
Yes.
anyone can become a Hell Rider, but not everyone, if that makes any sense. Like the
Selection
training
process.
The training is intense. There is a selection process. Many people drop out because they find it too difficult. But
It's just curious, really. Asking for a friend, of course.
right.
Not that it's
Well,
possible to join up these days, I'm sure.
Well, because...
Don't worry, we'll find
I
them.
don't know.
I'm not being positive or persuasive.
I just thought maybe like after all this over, that'd be a pretty cool thing to do.
Well, you've displayed admirable bravery and strength. I'm sure the Hell Riders would be honored to have
Thank you.
you amongst their ranks. Despite my misgivings about your work, if you would be welcome there. You know, we'd have to maybe not completely give up, but reduce the amount of alcohol you consume, just enough to be sober while it's on duty.
But
We're not clergy. We don't take vows of celibacy and abstinence. We're not ascetics, but you do have a duty to defend, and any duty you need to be of sound mind and body, of course.
but the sobriety, the being sober, just brings back.
You just have to be
all
sober while you're at work.
Yes.
Again, being sober brings back all the terrors and demons and all the faces, all those many faces. The
I'm
alcohol
sorry to hear
dulls
that.
it quite a bit.
I
Perhaps-
think you need to
perhaps-
talk to someone about that.
I do.
Perhaps a sense of
He's my
duty could help.
bartender.
I found that duty helped me through tough times.
Yes, but what if
I
it's the
don't know what-
duty that causes those tough times? What if it's that duty that causes the loss?
Warwick.
Bartenders.
She Rhea kind of raises a hand and just puts it on your shoulder. Says, "Whatever it is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if we've gotten off on the wrong foot, but know that we all share in a struggle, and the very act that to fight is to, do good by that struggle.
Depends who you're fighting. I just like violence right now. Let's go find someone.
Right. What do you, as you leave this room, what are you doing as you leave? Are you taking anything, or are you destroying anything? Or you just leaving?
think leave it as evidence was the call.
Don't care.
I want to
need to
take
leave
this
some evidence.
statue because that's probably the most recognizable thing from this area.
Okay. As you go to take the statue, you pick it up from the altar, and the lights, the candles just go out in a flash, and there is a as the altar just cracks in two. And then there's
So we are breaking the altar. I go over to work, high five.
Burlock?
Rare spins
I-
around. What? Violet.
Burlock, put it back.
Didn't know we were about property destruction as well.
Just picked it up. This is new.
I believe
Sit
you.
back down.
There's likely to be dark magic afoot.
Puts it down very carefully and takes 2 steps back on.
The
The-
magic means expensive.
The altar, you put it down, but the altar is still broken. It just
Yeah.
cracked in half, and there is a line of a crack in the altar going right the way to the floor, almost bisecting it. You took off that altar, and the lights flickered out, and there was a as it just broke, seemingly of its own accord.
Oh, that's never happened before.
Puts it down and goes, whoop.
Maybe the altar was defective. Oh well, let's go.
I think it's meant to be just almost a point of pride, perhaps for whoever this altar is for.
Oops.
I don't know. Regardless. Do you remember where this vault was?
There was something down south we couldn't get into, but again, there is so many places down here we do not know of. So be careful
we
of
have
the
the key
walls.
for a room, so let's just be careful.
Don't
I
in the
will-
room that we could do before.
I will walk towards that door, and as I'm going through, I'm just going to do a investigation check till we get to that door.
Yeah.
Alright.
Step a little bit.
Again,
Oh.
If there's
same
anything,
investigation checks along the walls.
What are you looking? Are you looking for secret doors?
Secret walls.
secret doors or other or
Secret
rooms.
tunnel.
Something that I
Secret tunnel.
I'm just having a quick see if there's anything that could either be a trigger or a room.
You don't find anything.
Okay.
You see the secret door you left behind, and the one in front of you, which led to the room with a sigil in it. But other than that, even you don't find anything.
Yeah. Now we've seen, like, there is stuff here. It's like we're just a bit more alert on, like, how much more is here. That's all. Warwick, do you want to do the audience, or do you want me to?
I think maybe pass the key on to Rhea. Person that he might know might stop a battle from starting straight away.
Very well.
Good point. And if she blows up, we can avenge her death.
So she goes, well, here's the moment.
I'll
She
take
takes
another
the key
bridge for lying there. No, I'm
and
kidding.
she inserts it into the door and she turns it, and you hear these many mechanisms. This is a vault door, and the key you couldn't unlock it before. It was too strong a lock, and it opens with a push. Before you see a room with 4 wooden tables. In fact, let me open the door with dynamic lighting. You see before you a room with 4 tables and coffers, 2 coffers on each one. Hanging on the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. And standing in front of the shield is a man in plain garments carrying a lit candlestick. He turns, he's kind of a pudgy, bold man. And Kash, what is the thing to make a token larger and showcase it?
Shift Z.
Shift Z.
That does for everybody.
There
we
you
go.
see that man before you.
Without the necklace, because we've got that necklace.
What necklace?
We've got that necklace off him.
The necklace is in the...
That's right. Yes. I was just making sure. I was like, how did... Oh, yes. And he turns to face you and catches his breath. And Rhea steps forward, gasps as well, then immediately takes out her sword, plants it in the ground, and kneels and says, High Priest, I found you.
Seeing
do not
her
know
kneel,
what joy it brings
I
me
like
to
kneel
find you
too.
safe and sound. And he goes, my child, it's good to see you too. Thank you. They had me here, God knows how long. Rise,
Inside
child, rise.
check.
May I roll inside check?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Please
be good.
As a guest.
Nope.
You want to take that reroll? No, because otherwise I'll be doing the insight check. Because we were
But
told
yeah,
he was a
Ava
guest.
like seeing Rhea kneel, like panics for a second and then kneels.
What is everyone's passive perception, please?
Passive is 13 for me.
14.
11.
13.
The door closed.
Kash, you see this.
Wait, hang on.
You glance at this man, and then you notice something off about his shadow.
Okay.
It doesn't match. You see faintly, just sort of flickering in the torchlight, almost as if brief flashes, horns on the head and small wings on the back. Webbed bat-like wings. And then you blink and it's gone, and then it's there again. And he goes, rise, my child, rise. You do not know how grateful I am that I've been found. They kept me down here, kept me prisoner. I wanted to use me to bring ruin to the city. Thank you ever so much. And he steps forward and Rhea goes, let us get you out of here at once, my lord. And let me just bring her into the room.
Also, door's closed, so we can't go in the room at the moment.
It should be open.
It is open.
Oh, okay, it is open. It's
Just you need to because the walls are. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Rhea kind of stands up, sheaths her sword, turns to face you lot, and says, "Thank you ever so much. You've done. I could not have done this without
Ava
you.
stands up.
Truly."
Walk towards the shield.
I would like everyone, except for Karsh, to mute themselves and remove their headsets.
Oh my god. God dang it. Ridiculous.
Okay. Okay.
Karsh,
No
you
one's listening
approach
on
the
chat.
you approach this shield, and it is a beautiful shield of gold filigree. And as you approach it and you look at it, a voice hears in your head. Human, you step forward.
Yes.
I am known as the Hidden Lord and have been imprisoned within this shield. Take me, free me from this prison, I beg of you. I will grant you strength beyond your knowing.
See, I don't sign contracts. Is that going to be an issue?
No, just please
I
take
also,
me from here.
I just got a little thing. I don't like to make deals with things I don't know.
I am the Hidden Lord.
That doesn't
I'm
give
the
me a
spirit
name,
of a
though.
celestial being, imprisoned within this shield for millennia. The man you see before you was trying to free me, but he has failed. I would have the task passed to you if you would take me, and I will grant you power.
So why can I free you when that imposter can't?
Because he has lost power for betrayal.
He betrayed you or betrayed his city?
He betrayed his god,
And,
his city, his people.
and you're not his god? You're not a god, a fallen god, just a fallen angel?
No,
Or celestial?
that is correct. Will you take me, human?
I'll take you from this area and we'll have to talk a bit further, I think. About this whole freeing thing. We'll talk a bit further, but we'll take you from here.
The voice fades from your mind. Everyone, back in. All right.
Okay.
You see Warwick approach the shield and just sort of gaze at it for a time. What's everyone else doing?
All right. Is this? I look at
I
Rhea.
turn
and
to
say,
Rhea is like, I guess we should get out of here now.
Is this the person you're looking for?
I replaced
Yes.
the shield with... I picked the shield up and put it on my back and replaced it with the cult shield, the dull, crappy cultist shield that we've had, and put that back on the wall.
Fabius turns and says, be careful of that one. That shield is quite the rare artifact. It would be best if I took care of that.
No, I'm okay.
Please. And Rhea kind of turns to you, Warwick. This is the sovereign high priest of the theocracy of Eltera. Please hand him the shield.
No, I'm okay.
Well, very well.
Remember we rescuing you. We're not cultists. We're not a cat. Oh yeah, we've still got that cultist outfits. We'll take off the cultist outfits. Sorry about that.
Oh, we wearing cultist outfits?
Yeah, sorry
Oh,
about that.
I
A
threw
little
that-
bit of a spook.
I threw that off right when we got captured. Right when we got revealed, I threw it off. I was like, I'm not wearing this.
Not a very good illusion. We're not cultists. It's okay. And he's not a cat.
Could I have everyone else make a perception check, please?
Of course.
Perception.
What? So he's a cat?
Beep, 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 da, da, da. 16.
Will and Emmy, you see this now. As Warwick kind of approaches holding the torch, grabbing the shield, the light from the torch casts a shadow of Thavius onto the wall. And out of the corner of your eye, you notice now the discrepancy between his form and the shadow. You see the horns and the small little wings on his back. He says, well, in that case, let's get out of here quickly. What of the Van Thampers? Thalmara, is she
They captured.
alive? Right.
I look
Okay.
over at Warwick and I look at him eye to eye.
Just shaking. not
I
as
look
in-
at eye to eye. I look at him and I look at the shadow at the side of the wall.
I'm
Shaking your
just
head no.
quietly shaking my head because I'm standing behind him. Just,
I look over at Rhea and I kind of look over and says, Rhea.
Sir,
let's not
Yes.
We've
what?
to get out of here. The people are waiting above.
Very well.
We've got to get out of here.
What?
I'm gonna get my
What did they try and have you do?
yeah.
They were, well, they wanted information about what happened to Elturel so that they could replicate it
Mhm.
and perform the same here.
Yeah, what
This-
happened?
I'm not sure. I was visiting a parish out of town when the companion turned black and the city vanished, leaving but a crater.
So they want to
Weren't
make
you
it.
here?
No, I was visiting a parish, but then men in cloaks, they captured me afterwards and brought me here, and they had me.
Give me a moment. Go through my notes.
You may have missed a bit because you
Why
weren't
not?
here.
I know, I missed the
I
whole
know,
session.
I know.
I would like to put my hand on Rhea's shoulder and just kind of like look at her for a second. It's like, Rhea, we've got to go. We've got to go. You will come with us. We've got to go. Come on.
Your Honour,
Yeah.
Your Excellency, etc. This is still a dangerous place, but we still need to search it. But if you want, you can try to go elsewhere. We have the woman upstairs, severely injured, but captured. Her brother is captured as well. One of her brothers is... I think we broke the shoulder, but maybe left him intact of one of the other... Sorry, sons. And so, yeah.
I broke his arm.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
that's a very good point, my lord. Perhaps you could heal Thalmara so that we may better question her. She's in a very bad state, and we lack sufficient magic to perform greater healing.
I actually could have given her more health, I believe. The injuries weren't just superficial. I just brought her back a little bit, just to make sure she wasn't dying. I think any stronger and she could prove dangerous, which is kind of why I just tended to a little bit of her wounds, so she didn't die.
Thavius kind of pipes up, says, excellent point. Regardless, I've spent my magic for the day, unfortunately. I have nothing more left in me, unfortunately.
What did you spend it
but
doing?
I was investigating the shield. And
I look at the one
making-
on the wall that's crappy Calder shield.
not the one you hold.
It's pretty.
Regardless.
I would say the goldness is a bit tacky, but a bit weighty. But it's surely better than this crappy one I was using.
In any case, Child, if you could please lead me out of this place, I would most greatly appreciate it.
Have you investigated the and just point to all the chests?
Those contain Van Thamper's fortune. I shouldn't touch those.
Restitutions? At the moment, I think the city itself might need some restitutions and some help.
Yes, perhaps, yes. Perhaps.
So
Right.
our
question.
city, I point out, we've got a few, we've got an influx of migrants, which we need to take care of. So I think it could help. And I do the whole pin of who we're working for. The flaming fists.
Fist.
So I was trying to think of who it was. So I was like,
Yeah.
help them with the help with the immigrants. Let's loot this place.
Immigrants
Right.
from El Torel.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean some managed to escape? Oh, good. Oh, that is good. Yes.
And the flaming
Hopefully-
fists are taking care of them, but not well because I don't have the resources. And just arms out around the room at the chests, resources.
Well, we could use this for in the meantime, and then hopefully we can restore the city, and they can all return home. But we do need supplies to.
Pick up a box.
If you would please lead on, my child. It's about time I get out of this
Pick up
dank
a second box.
I
underground.
have a question.
Yeah?
This is out of character.
Yes.
When we walked in, was it musty in here?
Musty.
Is there any
Uh,
source of air, like fresh air?
No. It is quite enclosed in here. This is a vault.
How could someone stay in here for that long?
Good question. Thavius, Rhea kind of offers Thavius her hand and leads him, starts to lead him outwards.
I turned to Thabius. Did they have you staying somewhere else, or was it just here?
Yes, I had a bedroom opposite down there. These horrific tapestries in them. They kept me imprisoned.
So why did they move you to a vault of all places?
Because they wanted me to inspect the shield, and they didn't want the shield to be moved from this place.
Well, I think it's going with the restitution. Again, chest under each arm.
Okay. There are 8 chests in here. 2 on each table.
I probably should check what's in them.
All right.
I'm not bothering.
I
I'm
wasn't.
keeping an eye on Thabius.
I wasn't
Same.
bothering, I was just picking up.
Yeah.
You open one, and you find, in one, you find 300 gold. In 3 others, you find 100 gold each. In one, you find a broken ceremonial dagger, a curved ivory blade bearing draconic runes, along a bone hilt wrapped in leather, studded with gemstones. But it's broken in half. The blade is snapped, and you have the hilt and the rest of the blade in 2 separate pieces.
Add to my collection.
In the 6th and 7th coffer, you find 100 platinum pieces. And in the last, you find 20 azurite gemstones. This is a lot of money down here in this place.
How many azurite gemstones?
20.
30?
That list you've got there is correct. Actually, no, there's 2 sets of, so there's 200 platinum pieces.
Okay.
Because there's 102 different chests.
Take the broken dagger and add it to my collection. And then I think platinum in each arm, because there's probably going to be more than How much is azurite? Anyone know?
An azurite gemstone,
A rough guess.
guess to be about 10 gold each.
Platinum's worth that. I'll keep the chest of platinum.
It's a lot of money here.
I was going to donate it to.
Just for the
I wasn't
start a fund
lying.
for the refugees.
I actually wasn't lying. Why would you think I was lying? This is restitution.
Institution? Of course.
Refugees.
Of course.
Side eyes, Warwick. Huh?
Taken. I look at Warwick and just. He seems a bit weird. Can I roll insight on him? Yeah, he seems quite strange. Like,
I
this is
trusted him.
This is out of character. Restitution. What does he mean, restitution?
Seeing I previously joked about giving them weapons so the flaming fist can have an excuse to kill them.
Yeah. What do you mean restitution? I'd be the first one to try and grab this himself. I was already putting platinum in my pockets.
We just look over and Ash is there with a hand in her pocket.
I'm just like, are you sane, soldier?
Look, I'm just like, isn't that what you were thinking? Like the place, like they need a place to stay. It's going to take them a while. I mean, yeah, they're going to be in this shell place.
It's a lot of money.
It's
Last
a
time we
lot
ran
of-
across- It's a lot of money.
A lot
All
of
it
people.
not
A
for
lot
us,
of
but
people.
Lots of people, yes.
We can discuss what the money's going to be used for later.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Soldier, are you fine? It's
Burlock
very.
just walks up to him and just puts his hand on his forehead. Sees his temperature.
Yeah, I don't. All right, well, this is for restitution then. I guess for restitution.
What were you going
I
to spend
nearly
it on? You're
put
going
my-
to buy yourself a pet golem?
No, I'm
Can
spending
you?
those on things that matter.
Would all this make me enough for a golem? Can you make a golem?
Golem.
Yeah. Can
I
you
know
call him
people
Fred?
that can. I know people that can.
I can't tell what to say because I don't know any character.
I'm going to walk over and
I'm just going to
look
pick
at
up
him.
platinum and platinum. Like, one chest at a time and just keep moving.
I'm not carrying any chest or anything.
Yeah.
No, I'm operating on the assumption that we can come back.
I'm operating on the assumption that this place is going to be locked down, so that's why I'm just going to take those two and move it. Because she's
I
already gone, I've noticed, so
I'm
let's go.
keeping an eye on
Yeah.
Thibius with my alert feat, so I can't be surprised in a surprise round.
They are already heading on their way.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
I'm following.
That's it,
Same.
I'm just going to take,
Sorry.
just have a quick
Sorry,
check of
I
what's them
was-
in. Okay, that's probably the most expensive. One in each arm, keep moving.
Okay,
And
I'm
just
gonna
rest
follow.
the torch in my hand underneath it and just...
And imagine you just
Pass me
holding the
the
torch in your
torch.
teeth.
Pass me the torch.
Okay, pass the torch awkwardly.
How do I pick it up?
If you just drag it off the...
I can't touch them.
Okay, you have to drag it yourself off the player area, the spells or other tokens in the player area.
Okay.
So if the GM does it, the players can't touch it. If you do it, you can move your
Hang
own.
on. Where do I put
Yeah.
it? Oh,
You
here
can
it
just
is.
drag it onto the map.
Yeah, you drag onto the map.
Aha!
And drag it onto your
Drag.
token, which will be underneath your token.
I'll delete that one because that one's gone.
Yep. So
There
if
we
you
go.
drag it underneath your token, you scroll over, instead of clicking on your token, scroll over your token to select everything in that batch, which will be you and the...
So do that. It should. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Okay, I got it now.
yeah. Mine just sits underneath mine instead.
Okay.
I think my token would have been done later or something, or has been put up to the front. Okay, let's go. Keep an eye out. Well, I'm probably keeping a less eye out for getting out of here. Just a note, we've got the lady as well.
Yes, and the second that thought hits your mind, you notice that Rhea leads Thavius past that secret door, further down the corridor, back to where you first came down.
Okay, back to the cellars. Okay, good.
Back to the cellars.
Okay.
She doesn't want to force this esteemed individual to climb some ladder in an undignified way, so she'll take him up the stairs.
He's probably too weak to do so.
Well,
He looks old.
I mutter very
Make
quietly.
make
His
a
wings
make a
may not be working.
Anyone wants to make a history check?
Oh, sure.
Let's try.
I don't know what it's for, but there you go.
I do apologize. For some reason, the dice are sounding very loud today. I don't know what's going on that way. I'm just assuming there's something to change.
Emmy, you remember a story that you heard. El Terrell, this man, this frail, pudgy man you see before you, was El Terrell's savior. There was this huge undead attack, and he, through some means, brought forth the second sun, which hung above the city, which shed radiant light on dispelling all the undead and driving them away.
So he made the contract for the second son?
No, he
Yes.
contract or no, he is responsible for the second son being and driving away undead and protecting the city and basking it in permanent daylight. He is considered a hero and a powerful mage, a powerful divine wielder of divine magic. At least historically.
We think that you're spot on with that. We think that there was a contract involved and that contract has run out. But keeping an eye out, doing my investigation still on the walls just in case, because again, we don't know what hidden passages now that we've found too. I'll just do another investigation as we keep them going. And try to capture the party.
What are you investigating?
Again, just secret passages, walls, just trying to keep an eye out for them.
You're not finding anything.
Yeah, we're walking pretty fast. So.
For the sake of expediency, you find this same old woman, and you are all led up back into the villa, coming out into the kitchen.
Also, Goblin, you're still rolling only to DM.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, I was going to do something if it was needed, but I switched it across and then didn't go out. Again, sorry. Yeah, the history check is the same thing.
Didn't I?
Yeah. There you are. So you're now all in the kitchen. And
Take a
Rhea
bottle of
just
wine.
quickly leads Satyr into the servants' quarters to the south, and lays her down on a bed so she can get some rest, and then returns to Thavius' side.
Keeping an eye on Thabius.
He also kind of just turns to Rhea and says, "Child, would you permit me to lie here for a while and rest, perhaps?" She says,
I think we
course.
all need a rest.
I think we might need a rest, but I think it might be best to rest in a
You
safe
kind of-
location and get everybody in a protected area.
He goes in and he sits at one of the tables, and he sort of clasps his hands together and bows his head and is quiet and says, and Rhea turns and says, "Right, shall we deal with these Thanthampers then?"
Yeah, does someone want to go get the Thanthampers?
I'll go and
Yeah,
check on them.
Yeah, I'll go with Warwick as well.
I'll stay here and keep an eye on everybody.
I can stay here.
I don't think it's safe. We're in still enemy territory. Just be careful. Be watchful. Servants can alert the guards. We don't want the guard coming in here.
Idea.
This is not Lower City.
Okay. So, we'll do away with the map because I don't have to keep dragging tokens back and forth. So, you go and fetch the others. Fallister is still there, guarding the rest of the individuals.
Will, did you want to ask me something while we
I did. I really do. I really do. As we're walking over there, I'm gonna look over at you, Warwick. I'm gonna just kind of look at you and say, "Are you all right, soldier? Are you?
I'm okay.
What's wrong with you? Did you see what I saw in there?
Yeah. Yes.
You have nothing to think about that.
Oh no, I've got things to think about, but not in front of Rhea.
Then what are you thinking then? She's not here.
I'm thinking that this is the man responsible for the companion. This is the omnipotent leader and savior of Elturel who created the companion. Somehow, nobody knows how. I can only assume now maybe there was a pact, a contract, and now the contract has run out. Because that's the kind of things we've been hinted and told.
We're not there.
That as you say this as you approach the stable, and kind of waiting there at the entrance, you see Fallister Fisk.
Sorry about that. Bit of a warning noise there. Mr. Live Producer's got something happening. So sorry about that. Mr. Live Producer's fixing a sound issue. That was kind of strange. I will try to mute that out in the VOD. That was really extreme. So this is why we have people on separate audios.
It's like...
So we're back. We're good.
Sound effects. Who is that coming from?
MLP.
LP.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Wow.
Do you want to have a break now and so we can fix that just in case it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Good idea.
Good idea.
Okay. I did mute the sound coming in from the cast, but it did get through a little bit. So we got most of it. So yeah, we'll just have a break now while we're fixing that audio so it doesn't reoccur. And sometimes audio issues do take a bit to work on, and it's hard to do it while live. So we'll be back shortly, where we find out what the spy just overheard us talking about, that possibility of him being naughty.
See you in a moment.
So we'll be back shortly. Welcome to the channel. My name is Karsha Goblin. Thank you for having so much patience. We just had some technical audio issues going on, and we just thought it'd be pretty much a good time to have our break at this time because it was close to the break part, and we wouldn't have been. It just sometimes when you're playing with audio, especially in a live stream, it's really hard to get it working while you're live because you've got other people picking up that same audio. So it's all fixed for the most part, and it may have also fixed the really loud dice rolling that we're getting because there was like a bounce going on to amp the volume up. So hopefully we're good and we'll get back into it. where we're having our strange little scene between the kitchen and the stables of the Vamper Manor.
So, so you head back to we left off. You guys were talking and just saying, "I don't trust Thirstwell. I don't trust Dallas." I'm getting all my names mixed up. Thavius. There's Thirstwell. There's Fallister. There's Thalmara. There's so many similar sounding names.
You know what you need? You need a cheat sheet.
I do. I need to get one set up.
Or a GM screen.
Or that. Yeah, I've got notes on here. But,
You had a piece of paper with all the names.
yeah. So you, as you're talking, Fallister's waiting outside the stables, just kind of twirling the crisp knife that you gave him. Says, "Well, any updates?"
We saved the Lord High Protector. His Hell Knight is more herself than normal and fanatical. Just try to look over to see if the others are nearby in earshot. And if they're not...
Reyes remained inside. The rest of you... I don't know, what is Ava and Ash doing? Oh no, Ash is with
Ava
you.
stayed behind.
Yeah.
What is
Ava and
Sorry.
Burlock is stay behind to keep
Okay.
an eye on everyone else. So it's just
Yeah, it's just Ash and
So we've got some reparations for the for Beltrell. So for the refugees. I hope that will help them. And the Lord High Protector has demonic wings.
I'm sorry, what? He has
Yeah.
demonic wings.
He's a
Not really visible in daylight, but if you get the shadows right, you can kind of see them.
Well, I had my suspicions. Well, my mistress had her suspicions as well. That's why I came here, because I have reason to believe that man is not to be trusted. You say that there is visible evidence of this? Just...
It's right on the edge of vision, but it was more when we had the torchlights in the right place that you could really see like the back, like on the shadow, more than physical.
His fucking shadow does not look like an old man. It looks like
Yeah.
a demon.
Oh, it also
You know
doesn't
something
really
like-
look right. Yeah.
That is damning evidence if ever I've heard of it. Well,
sorry, just out of character. It looks like every edgy teen, every
edgy
every
OC.
13-year-old's drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a note.
I can...
He does have his own personal, very fanatical armed guard right now.
Was this the Hell Rider?
Yes. So
She-
just.
You'll need to approach this with a modicum of delicacy.
Yeah, she's
Perhaps,
very violent.
I would say, yes, perhaps. Or righteous could be another word. Righteous indignation is a dangerous, can lead to violence, certainly.
Yep, and lots
Do
of
you
motive.
have a suggestion for what to do with Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here? He gestures back inside the stable.
You know what? I would love to drop them to the authorities, but the problem is she's the most powerful leader and representative of the city council because she's kidnapped the city council. We've got one of them in the house in the kitchen,
When someone is supposedly above the law, how can you bring them to justice? This is a
give
good
them
question.
give them to the other authority in the city. I think the Flaming Fists.
Perhaps you might not be wrong.
They don't give a shit about lots of people, and I'm sure she might have information about their missing commander and all the other bits and pieces being sent to a city which they may have known that was about to disappear. all the fun bits and pieces and let them deal with it. As I said, I've got some reparations that they can help spread out for the immigrants to help them get settled in the city, and they can.
Very altruistic of you.
It's what it is, and they can probably clean out the rest to help support the Flaming Fist, because they might have to do a recruitment drive to protect the whole city if things go really badly. It's just,
Indeed. So, you don't want any questions for these two, or you just want to hand them over?
Did you get anything from them? Did you at all?
Well, I've gagged her, Thalmara, because she's a mage. She can. I don't want her using any spells. It presents a tricky question. If there's no sort of anti-mage present, if there's no one who can, silence her magic before, then she's a risk if we let her speak. Especially if we let her gesticulate, to use somatic components. So it's a difficult one in terms of questioning her. Amric has been quiet. I think he fears his mother more than he fears me.
We might try to find Thirstwell then. He might want to talk.
This was the oldest brother, yes?
Yeah, the creepy one. We broke his arm.
He broke his arm.
Yeah, he was...
This one's arm, collarbone is broken. This one's arm is broken. It's not a good day to be a Van Thamper.
It wasn't me. Well, no, it wasn't me.
No.
Doesn't matter who it was. I'm not passing judgment. You do what you have to, particularly if you're trying to save lives.
These are the most powerful people in the city, of course. There's legalities. Nobles, you say. Yeah.
In Baldur's Gates, legality is a nebulous concept. Particularly if you have devil worship. I say this forms out of the realms of legality and more into the realms of justice and morality. But, that's just me.
And that's why I think the Flaming Fish should deal with the business pieces. I am curious to know what they know about the wings, about their captive, their diplomat. But
I would like to see these wings for myself, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't think that that Thirstwell will know. So I don't think that I think she's the one that will know more, and I don't want to take that scarf off. And I can try to lighten the subject with a torch when we get there, but the lighting's going to be very hard because we're only in the kitchen. In the sewers, it was much more obvious.
Is there a brighter room in the house we could perhaps take this interrogation to?
No, what I mean is we need a darker room to then illuminate with shadow.
Right.
Because it's his shadow that seems to be the...
Well, no. In that case, you'd want a bright room so that the shadows are more pronounced. If you have a dark room, then, if you light a torch, the entire room will be in shadow, so the shadow won't stand out. You need a bright room.
But what I mean is a dark room, then we can manipulate a torch. But if you like a torch, so if you're in a light room, there's too much and there's no shadow. But anyway, that's just semantics. I don't know the interrogation side as much. We used to have other people for that, especially.
I've done interrogations before. You take this big spotlight and just shine it right in their face, but it's very directional lighting. You don't want any backlighting. It's just
like
lighting from the front. A bit like the companion, yes, but we'll figure this out. We just need.
Ash is in the background going,
Ash, have you got anything to add? What would
you are a fire genasi, are you not? Perhaps you could use some flame or something like that.
It's just a skin condition.
It's just a bit.
I know fire genasi when I see one, my friend. I've been more traveled than you might think. Well, I mean, my accent is not exactly. It does give it away a little bit, but no, I know a genasi when I see one.
It's just something I was born with. Sure.
Being human is just something I was born with. You're not lying, but it's
it's not like we have a choice of what we are.
No, of course not. We make do with what we have. Trust me, what I would give to be able to cast fire at will, or I don't know. I do always envy. Have you heard of the Aarakocra?
Aarakocra. You're
Yes.
talking about the birds.
Yes,
The
flight.
Hawkmen.
What a marvelous gift. Humans, we see, or the longevity of the elves, or the sturdiness of the dwarves. We humans get a kind of a bad deal out of it, if you think about it. 80 years and we're gone. And that's if we're lucky. Regardless, I'm getting out of, I'm changing the topic too much.
Wait
but-
till he hears how long the Aarakocra live.
As I can do something with my fire. That's fine. I'm just a bit perplexed on what we're going to put them in a room by themselves. We have to
I
separate.
would suggest separating them, yes.
We need to separate them. That's the first thing. Rhea is a good girl.
She's not
She's a
going to
bit-
separate.
She's a bit naive.
She will not separate. I
She
don't
is
think I
young.
can get her to.
She's very young, so, and by all intents and purposes, from what I hear of Elturel, Stavius is treated like he's a hero.
He's a
And
god.
If you not a god.
In her eyes?
No, I wouldn't think so. That would come on the
see
side.
her. She was groveling. She just dropped to her knees in praise and was groveling.
I mean, you do kneel before authority, really.
That
You kneel before.
was.
He is a sovereign. You do realize that he's the head of the state of Elturel. He's the head of the theocracy.
We aren't too familiar with treating nobles with respect around here. That's the problem in Baldur's Gate.
That does check out. No, in Elturel, prostration is very normal. But this is exactly what I'm saying. She's grown up to idolize these heroes and these high priests as being beacons of justice and virtue. That changing that won't happen overnight. Not without hard proof. If we can force a confession from him, perhaps. But otherwise,
I don't think that's going to happen. I
don't
really
know.
don't think that's going to happen. If he's lived his
Very-
life, or if he's done that, if he's had the companion all these years and lied to all the people where it's came from, that is if he's the one that, if that's what it's all about. I don't
ask
think he's going to
me,
come clean now. He's already. I don't know if he's been lying to us, but everything just seems too clean. They just seem to be out of the city when the city fell.
I mean, let's get the first things first. He was not a prisoner here. Obviously not.
I mean, obviously not. Did you see his bedroom? I compared to where I was.
Well,
I mean, the lady in the cell next to me, this is Satyr, she was a noble. She was another noble of the city, of Baldur's Gate.
She was one of the.
There is no special treatment for nobles or for commoners. You're thrown in a dark cell and guarded by some horrific devil. So the fact that he got a double bed and a stovetop and a desk, no, he was not a prisoner. Certainly not. I was a prisoner, and I know that is far from the truth.
All right. So what's the plan then? We separate them. We talk to him. You can confess his. Is that it?
Rhea is a problem. Rhea is a problem because unless she believes that he is guilty, if he's not guilty, then it doesn't matter. But I think that's highly unlikely, particularly if you see his shadow is screwed up like you say he is. If he is guilty, the problem would be Rhea, because if what I know of Elturel and its people, she will defend him if need be, unless she can be convinced of his guilt. So that is a problem.
There might also be another problem.
Which is?
Apparently, the work that she started may keep going without her.
With Almara.
With Van Thamper, I don't know if we stopped.
I don't believe. Well, this would be something to figure out in questioning.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that can be done by Aldous, because I don't trust her. She's powerful, and I don't trust him.
Where are the Van Thampers? Have they moved at all? Are they...
No, they're in the. They're right behind me. They're in the stables, so they haven't moved a bunch. I've made sure of that.
All right.
No, there's 3 horses. The other horse is running around. It's sort of stopped beneath the tree over there. But there's, they haven't moved.
All right. If we can't force a confession out of him, we'll at least get some information that corroborates. I'm gonna go talk to Amric.
Yeah.
Very well.
I'm
I'll
going to try to calm down the horse.
I'll stay here and watch these 2 until you have need of me. If you do, just give me a shout.
Yeah, of
Or
course.
rather, like, come talk to me. Don't shout. We don't give away our position.
Of course. We're still on the clock, so
We are still trespassing.
Yes.
Don't want any guards to hear us.
No.
Of course.
I'll go and try to calm the horse and.
All right, make an animal handling check.
Oh shit! I knew it was coming, but oh shit!
I want to say something, but I'm not there.
I know.
18. Easy enough. You go and you calm it and you sort of stroke it, and you calm it down, and it's relaxed now. And you do you leave it there, or do you lead it back to the stables?
I lead it back to the stables, but I calm it down and carefully pull the arrow out, and just nurse the wounds, and i.e. 5 hit points back, which was the damage that the wound did.
Easily done. Okay. So, and what's Ava and Burlock doing
Okay.
while this is all happening?
Hang on. What was his name?
Why?
The
Yes, Davius.
guy who's watching over
Alistair Fisk.
Oh.
Alistair.
Phalister.
Oh, I had him as
Phallus.
Phallus. Oh. Okay,
Alice.
Phallus Fisk is the spy from Candlekeep. So I'm trying to write these down in chat as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I got it
Okay.
wrong.
It's really hard for me to figure out what Ava would do and what I want her to do, because there's a big
Burlock's-
difference sometimes.
Burlock's just, he doesn't know anything that's going on. He's just. Actually, no, Burlock would have gone to the kitchen and checked in on the cat.
All right. The cat is still there.
Mm-hmm.
It
You're
seems
right.
kind of grumpy from having its sleep disturbed.
Oh, you're a
Good kitty. Gives it a good scratch in the head.
Make an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay, advantage. Please be good.
Nah, one. Get scratched.
Oh yeah, it's fine. You stroke the cat.
Mhm.
It's fairly calm and relaxed.
So
Yes, human.
Yeah.
Pet
It's
me.
still weird because you try to stroke its back, but then you kind of hit the wings, and you're
okay.
not sure. You're not sure. Do I
Yeah.
stroke the wings? Do
And
I?
you
What
play
do
your
I?
handouts.
So you kind of just go and
slobber
scratch
chops.
beneath its chin.
Player
Yeah,
handouts,
slobber
slobber
chops.
chops.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Monster handouts.
It's a winged cat. Yeah. By the way.
Yeah.
With
Player?
add-on claws.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I've
want
already
to
brought it
take
up
this
for
A
cat.
very grumpy, gnarly looking cat
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
with wings. A winged cat.
I knew that would be your reaction,
in-
Amy. but you weren't
In
here.
character, I want our character. I want to take slobber chops and take it as my own. I'm just trying to forge the relationship with the cat first.
I love him.
It's like, oh, who's a
Hmm.
good little kitty? Scratch his
It-
head, scratch him behind the ear.
Okay.
Okay. Checks on food and water for the cat and goes, you're a good kitty. And walks out and just goes back into the room, just stays there and just keeps on everything.
I'm guessing that I can't talk with Thabius right now.
You can, but Rhea is there. So Rhea
She
and
doesn't
Rhea,
stop me.
she doesn't stop you, no.
Okay.
But she's not. She's listening, but she doesn't.
So yeah, I kind of sit down. I wanted to know more about the city, Elturel.
Elturel. It was a finest of cities. What a wonderful place it was. grand cathedrals, white alabaster walls, elven architecture. You know, architecture spun from magic rather than stonework. You know, they'd have mages come and shape the stone using elemental magic to create the most beautiful shapes. And the high cathedral stood above it all.
I've traveled a lot of places, but I haven't been to Elturel. It's next on my list.
Well, I'm afraid it'd be too late for that.
We'll save Elturel.
But unless you were to venture to the Nine Hells itself, I highly doubt that.
What do you mean?
He kind of, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? It's, where, you know, where else could it have gone? Certainly not the Abyss, maybe Gehenna.
We didn't say that it went anywhere.
Well, I saw it go. It sunk beneath the horizon.
Oh, I thought you were somewhere else.
No, I was within sight of it, but in a parish, in a nearby village.
Okay.
Burlock just grips the hammer, just gets ready for the hammer. Just doesn't make an overt move, just goes.
Okay.
And Rhea pipes up and says, I can corroborate that as well. I saw it sink as well. And then Thavius, well, I mean, it's obvious. Thalmara said as much. It's in the Nine Hells. She told me. Horrific sacrifices.
She might know a way to get it back.
Haven't a clue, my dear. Would that I did know, but I'm afraid it may be lost forever. And Rhea at that kind of just, you see Rhea lose so much of her bravado and posture at that. She kind of just, hearing like the hero of Elturel say it may be lost forever, she just deflates. She just, my lord,
No.
surely you can't mean that. I mean, there must be a way. You yourself, you brought forth the companion. We'll find the remaining Hell Riders, find support, and just like the old stories, just like Zarya, we will delve down into the Nine Hells, and we will save the city.
Don't
it must
you
be
have
done.
some kind of miracle up your sleeve? Like how you brought about the companion?
I have lost much of my strength in the intervening years since then. I mean, that was nigh on 50 years ago.
How did you bring about the companion?
I'm afraid the explanation may go a little over your head, but I sought aid from my deity, and through a ritual involving, many costly components and power of many a cleric and paladin, we pooled our energy together to summon an aspect of the energy of the divine, to hang above the city and offer protection.
Can I roll an insight check on him?
You may.
DM question. He was a worshipper of Tia, TYR, correct?
Torn, I believe.
Torn.
Torn.
Yeah, because I follow whoever TYR, God of Justice, I think. Is that right?
13.
Yeah.
Blind
He's-
justice.
Mm-hmm. Can I roll an insight check as well, since I'm
You
just in the
may.
background listening? Thank you.
You may, yes.
I was hoping that the religion check actually helped, because I just don't know if it was the same god or not. So, insight, wasn't it? Yeah.
The
Nope.
Tyr and Torm
No,
are also
you've-
linked in the.
It's hard
There's
to
a
read.
divinity of justice
Yeah,
and things
divin-
there.
That's what I was thinking, if I could use that as religion as check, because I'm just thinking, I didn't know that this guy could do that.
He's hard to read. He does seem nervous for some, but he's you can't get much beyond that with the 13.
Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do?
Since we've got long rest, I'm going to take it this time to actually do a short
Short
rest and
rest.
recover
Short rest.
recover
yeah.
some hit points.
Yeah.
If you want to
Well,
take a short
I'd
rest,
also
you
like
may
to do a short.
you may do so at this time. Yes.
Thank you.
Uh,
So that's 11 hit points.
am I supposed to be only have 2 out of 3 hit dice? Do we have a short rest? Before?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You should have 4 hit dice though. Level 4.
No, we've
Yeah,
we've had a short rest previous. Is what? Yeah.
Oh, it hasn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. Hang on. Let me switch.
You should have a total of 4.
Total of
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Okay. Let me
So
update
that's-
that to say. Yeah.
Yeah, and update the
30.
actual dice because it resets itself to 10 to sorry D4.
Oh, it doesn't
Wow.
reset to
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, that's.
I didn't
pretty
mean to
nice
hit
die.
it twice, but
Calm
I'll
down.
Can I
take
take the
it.
second one then?
so I'm up to full HP.
That
Plus,
brings me to full.
how long does the temporary last?
They'll depend on the ability. I believe it's until it. I believe the turret lasts an hour, doesn't it?
An hour, yeah. So the turn lasts an hour, so that means the HP
At-
probably lasts an
At the
hour.
end of the
Okay.
short rest, it'll be gone.
Okay.
Mine didn't get
Get
used
rid of
to
that.
all that, but
Let
it
me
was
check my key.
useful to have.
Key comes back in a short rest.
Short rest.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm good. And raring to
That's
go.
one of the great things about monks is that key comes back in a short rest. It's pretty boss.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well,
Well,
I'm
others.
good.
Okay. I'm going to go talk to
ready to
Emma
go.
and Thalmara during this rest and such.
Thalmara is asleep.
Okay.
She
Seems good.
the heavy toll on her body she can't maintain consciousness and she is fallen into a deep sleep.
Oh, perfect.
She
perfect.
needs medical attention.
That's probably true.
She's stable.
Okay. I'll go inside the stable. She's in the stable.
God, that too. She's stable in a stable.
Yeah. I'm gonna go inside. And is Amric still conscious? He's awake.
Okay, so yeah.
He is. He's kind of bleary, like half awake, but as soon as you come in, he kind of shakes his head. You, fiery girl, please, you have to help her. She might not make it. Magic, potions, you have to have something.
I go walk over with my arms crossed and just kind of walk over, kind of look down on where she is and look where he is. I just get my foot and I just kind of put it next to her. Just kind of like, I don't know. This is the second time we've had you in this situation before. The first time, and look at this. You're back at the same exact place. But now, we have a bit of an issue. Yeah.
You really need to teach your little human friend, the girl, not to be so gullible.
Oh, no, she's not my friend. She's just a coworker.
Regardless.
Anyhow, America, I have a few questions for you. And depending
I'll
on
answer as best I can, but
Oh.
I'm afraid my mother probably has most of the answers, but I'll do my best. You have me over a barrel, so we'll see.
Fair enough. Fair enough. First question is, what is the high priest of Elturel? Is that who he is?
Bavius, yes.
Yes. What is he doing here? Why is he here?
He was providing information for us. Research as well.
Research on what?
Well, we had come across a powerful artifact which could help our interests.
I think back to what this artifact may be. Do I know what artifact this is?
I wonder.
No, I remember. Sorry, I remember. Right. I don't talk about it. I just like, oh, I see. All right, he came here willingly, you say, just on his own.
Willingly is a strong word, but
Convinced, then.
perhaps.
Of course. It's a yes or no.
Life's not that simple, girl. It's never just yes or no. There are layers upon layers of reason, doubts, moral quandaries. It's never just yes or no.
I see. Well, in this situation, it is yes or no, because you need to answer me straight. Thief, rogue, noble, I don't care who you are. But
Amric will do.
Amric.
I suppose Lord Van Vamp is a bit too much to ask, so...
Oh, of course, it is. Shithead is more apt for your... In any case, he came here willingly, or more convinced of the artifact. I've been hearing this name all night, all day long. Who is Zariel?
Zariel is one of the Lords of the Nine. She, a former angel, rules over the plane of Avernus, first of the 9 layers of hell. And she is the commander-in-general of the infernal legions which fight in the Blood War. That answer your question?
Is Zariel the same one as the one that saved Elturel?
The same that led the Hell Riders into battle, yes.
I see. All right. We found Thavius in the vault. He is perfectly alive and moving, but
As he should be. We treat our guests well.
His shadow is something else.
Yes, well, that is an unfortunate repercussion of his actions. A mark, as it were, to showcase his treachery, I suppose you could say. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but I suppose if there's nothing left to lose, it'll help you save our lives, then, well...
Oh, it will help save your life, for sure. This one right here, I'm not quite sure about your mother.
I'm not sure either. Tell me, is Thirstwell alive?
Thirstwell?
Yes. He should have been upstairs.
He's in one piece.
Alive? I mean, he's pathetically weak, so...
Of course.
In one piece is no indication of his well-being.
Last I checked, he was moaning on the floor.
Sounds about right. I suppose he'll take this harder than anyone. He was always a coward.
Being a coward is not all bad, obviously.
No, I suppose not.
All right. My last question for you. Your plan, your mother's plan at least, from what you can tell,
Yes.
is to throw this city down to hell, just like an Elturel.
That would be the sum of it, yes.
I see.
I don't deny it is a wicked thing. But, well, to literally, quite literally play devil's advocate, from what I've heard of this war, it's not one we wish to be lost. And, well, if my mother has demands made for her, she would be very most unwise to ignore them. And if one of the Lords of the Nine demands a city of souls to bolster the infernal ranks, well, only a fool, or perhaps very, very... No, it would be a fool, would deny such a request. My mother has seen the Blood War. She's told me about it. And I've never seen her afraid, except recounting her visions. That speaks volumes to me. It truly does. And I suppose fear is the greatest of motivators, really. Perhaps we are all cowards in our own way. Just some of us hide it better than others. Now, if that's your questioning done, you either fetch my mother something to aid her, or kindly bugger off. I'm rather tired.
There's a problem here, and I know that it's a problem you and I will have in the future.
Implying there will be a future, but no, do continue.
Of course. The problem is that this city is my home. It's treated me well.
I wouldn't worry for Baldur's Gate. Truly. My mother was the only operative to pay any heed to this city. No, I would worry about the end of existence when the abyss breaks through. Then there'll be no Baldur's Gate, there'll be no Elturel, there'll be no Candlekeep, there'll be no Waterdeep or Neverwinter, Sword Coast, the entirety of Nirn. Gone. That's something to worry about.
Well.
So in sense, we should be grateful for the devils. At least for the devil legions. Because they truly, and I am not one for sincerity. Truly. I am a roguish type. I could not be more sincere when I tell you that I take immense pride in my subservience to them because they protect all of us. Their means are brutal and horrific, but in fighting the abyss, they do not have the privilege of mercy or honor. Mercy and honor is a privilege for those who do not know true hardship. No, I've said my piece. Now, if you'll leave me to rest, I must get some shut-eye. Otherwise, I will get the most horrible crow's nests. You don't want to ruin this.
Oh, yes, of course. We'll definitely try not to ruin your face. Well, we'll try not to. It's been ruined before.
Nothing a cleric can't fix.
Nothing a cleric can't fix.
Good night, girlie.
Good night, Amrit.
See you in the dawn of a new day.
Of course.
And he kind of just lays back against the straw, hands still tied behind his back, kind of squirms into an uncomfortable resting position, just lies there. This proud, noble family reduced to sleeping in the stables amongst hay, manure, and the horses. It's almost poetic.
Yes. I leave the stables, putting back my dagger into my belt, and I walk back to where Warwick is. Warwick, where are you?
I'm just settling the horse.
Warwick, I've got some information, not much else that we already knew. However, although he's a noble, he can talk very well.
Of course, he can lie very well too. Part of training, I hear.
Of course.
So,
We've got to stop something. Something's happening, and we can't run from it, apparently. We should stop
well,
it.
our job was to investigate the Dead Three, which we've done, and then follow up, which we've done.
Of course.
And if something is happening to this city, hey, I've been around. There's probably other shitholes we can find. Although you might want to go to somewhere a bit more industrious, or somewhere that's not a shithole.
Warwick, this is my home. I can't leave it just as is.
Sometimes leaving one's home is the best idea, and the smartest idea. And if a place is doomed, it's going to take more than us.
It's gonna take at least us.
Wow.
I'm starting to realize that Ava and Warwick have very different ideals.
You are very, very young.
Conflict.
Very, very young. When you get older, you understand the frailty of youth and that you can't do everything.
You're not much older than I am.
Bold of you to assume that she doesn't.
You're not much older than me, soldier.
Okay, we may age differently. I just thought it was a skin condition. That's what you keep
It
on
is.
telling us.
It is.
But look, walking away sometimes the best way of doing it if you can, because it's the only way to survive.
That man in there is fighting for what he cares about. And if I can't be as good as him, then what good am I?
Alive.
It's not worth it if I can't protect what I need to protect.
You can't protect everybody. Just protect those in need.
I don't
And
give
that's
a
all
shit
you can
about
do.
anybody. There's only one person I care about. And if I can't protect her, then that's it. Let's go inside. I need more information.
Don't rely on others. Don't protect. Don't be connected as you walk off.
Yeah. Just leave you there,
Yeah.
honestly.
Tending the horse.
ASHE she is a woman with a mission now. Oh my god.
And yes, the party's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize like all the different ideologies.
That's why I say we're all pretty broken. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, go inside.
I might go inside and start looking for see if our broken boy is actually alive. We just left him upstairs.
Broken. Sorry, which? Thirstwell.
That's why I left him there.
I hope that what I said left him moaning on the floor is correct. 'Cause
I
wasn't
can't
there.
remember. It was a few episodes back.
Yeah, I think that might have been correct. Hang on.
Last I remember, we left him tied up in the bed because blood was going through the mattress.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did I use my manacles?
Yeah,
there?
you punched.
I broke
you
his
punched,
arm.
You punched him, dealt minimum damage, and still knocked him out.
Yeah, I knocked him out and he was on the bed.
Yeah.
Because I laid him on the bed so he'd be comfy.
Yeah, you'd laid him in the master bedroom, tied up, unconscious. Not dying, just unconscious.
Let's see. I wrote down Thirstwell is a pushover.
We might need to find a cat.
Meow.
We might need to get a carriage.
He's handy capable.
And capable, everybody.
Well, the last thing I wrote is Ava breaks his arm, so.
You did. I remember you kind of like grabbed it and like,
He wouldn't talk, so I broke his arm.
and then he fainted.
Yeah.
Um,
Understandable.
how's the lady going? Like, I'll walk in. As Ash walks off, I'll slowly walk in, just ignoring that I'm being ignored.
That's meta.
Make
Ignoring being ignored.
Make an insight check.
Oh boy, this never works.
Oof.
Never works.
You don't notice anything. She's sort of almost like her face is kind of obscured by hay. She's still.
Who is this?
Eerily
This is
still.
this is the.
Thalmara.
Oh no, I meant back into the kitchen.
Oh,
The other lady that we saved,
Yeah.
the prisoner.
Yep.
oh, Satir. She's asleep in bed. In the servants' quarters.
Just wanted to check up on her because we just assumed she was okay and wanted to check up on her.
You make a medicine check.
Oh, again, never works well.
She's asleep. She doesn't look particularly beat up. She's dirty and sort of out, breathing heavily, but she's got no bruises, no wounds. She looks just
Exhausted.
a bit haggard, but otherwise okay.
Yeah.
And she's asleep in bed.
No problem. We did give her alcohol, so that also does that.
Yeah.
Nobles can be lightweights.
As you check in on her, Fabius is also there, just kind of sat at the table, head in his hands, clasped together,
All right.
breathing heavily.
Not gonna bring it back. I mumble under my voice.
Ava is kind of standing to the side, keeping an eye on things.
So, what's the plan?
Yeah, what's Rhea doing? Rhea.
Rare is also there, just in the room, similar to Ava, just kind of sat there,
Yeah.
kind of. She's keeping her eye on Fabius, and just sort of glances at Warwick as he comes in. Warwick, did you learn anything pertinent about Thalmara? Or
no.
Amrith?
I actually ended up tending to the horse because it was someone shot it.
Oh, yes. Well,
So it's better now.
I did note it.
Mm,
It did seem rather manic.
I think Ash may have went in, but I
Where's Ash gone?
wasn't privy to the conversation. Didn't Ash come in here before me?
I've gone off to go grab something.
Okay.
Ash went to go get Fabius. Not
No.
Fabius,
I didn't go.
Thirstwell?
I didn't go. I did not go to get Thirstwell.
Thirstwell.
I'll come back and.
Going to steal something somewhere.
Not steal something. No.
Ooh.
I would
Liberate
sneaky.
something.
No problem.
Yeah.
I thought I came in here. Okay. He's around here she's
someone-
around here somewhere.
Should someone go get the flaming fist?
I think we might need to get a cart, a wagon. Well, not a wagon, but like a coach, a proper noble coach, because there's no way we can transport these three people. I'm assuming three to the Flaming
Well-
Fist without.
Well, couldn't someone go get the flaming fist and come back here?
We're in Upper City. The Flaming Fists don't have authority around here.
Don't
This
they?
is Upper City Guard. Yeah.
Upper City and Lower City are guarded by two separate entities. Flaming Fist take care of the Lower City.
Like the Upper City Guards, like they're under her control. This is her city. She's part of the Patriarch. She's the strongest part of the Patriarch. She had she kidnapped other parts. She had others sent to their death. Like, she is the ruler. That's why I think technically she's my boss, kind of. If I still have any rank. Anyway, I think Flaming Fist, we've got to get them to the lower cities, the Flaming Fist into their territory, and therefore into their, I was going to say protection, but interrogation might be what's going to end up. I think we have to get them out. I don't think the Flaming Fist can get in here to then get her out. We've got to do that. I don't think carriage, wagon.
They've probably got a carriage somewhere.
There was horses. I didn't see a carriage. That was the thing.
Well, Amric and that should know.
Yeah. Don't like talking to them.
Better than nothing.
Maybe Philaster might know. He seems to be knowledgeable about the city when he shouldn't be. If the lady wakes
But
up,
also just look
she'll know.
around. It's probably near the stable somewhere.
True, we actually haven't looked around the outside. Are you okay in here?
Yeah.
Noting it, her, not Rhea, that is, more than anything. How's the
I'm
lighting
doing fine.
in the kitchen? Like, would you,
We're
like,
in the
Point,
seventh
at that, as you say that, Thavius kind of like glances up and goes back to what he was doing.
oh, good. Go back to speaking to your imaginary friends.
All right.
I get a candle, and like if it's getting later in the afternoon, I'll get some lighting.
It's night.
Night. Okay,
It is
perfect.
It
I'll get
is
some
like
lighting.
1 a.m.
I'll get some lighting and just move candles from the other rooms and position it as best as I can.
Do you need any help looking for a cart? Or
I think I might. I'll look around I'll look around the what would you call it? Estate, manor? Oh,
state?
yeah. I'll look around the yard and see if I can find
Only
something.
outside?
Yeah.
Make a you look around and you don't find anything resembling a cart. You would gather that's kind of like this family would not really have a need for a cart. Like they'd have stuff delivered to them.
Yeah.
Carts.
Coach.
They a coach.
Yeah, coach.
Not here. You would guess that it would probably be held at a separate location nearer the gates, so they didn't have to like have this cart be drawn through narrow streets.
Yeah. That's the catch.
That makes sense.
He's trying to find that.
Someone could go get a cart.
That might be the case, but this early morning or this, yeah. And then it's nighttime, so we're going to have to use their authority to get through the gates at this late at night because they close the gates.
While this is all going, Burlock's just in the same room, just pretty much being what he's used to doing, like bodyguarding, protecting, keeping an eye out for anything, seeing if he hears anything's going on.
Yeah.
Just general bodyguard.
Yeah. At this point, I think I want to enter the room. Are you guys still gone? Do you guys come back?
We'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over.
So you enter the room with Thavius and Rhea,
And
is anyone else still there? Or have you...
I think
Yeah.
I'm
we're
in the
st-
room
we're still,
with
if it's
Thaddeus.
the room with Thaddeus and Rhea, then the rest of us.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all congregate. Fallister is still standing by the stables, keeping an eye out on the other two.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk over to Thavius. I'm gonna walk over to where the table is and just kind of stand next to him and I'll say, you all right?
Yes, quite, my dear, quite.
All right.
You have saved me from a terrible fate this day.
Terrible fate, of course. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Of course, of course. Sorry. I'm trying to put the pieces together, and I just can't quite. Some things just don't fit. You know, some things just don't make sense to me. If that makes any sense to you.
Well, I could provide insight where I know it.
Of course. Thank you. My first question is for you. Why do you think the Van Dampers captured you?
Perhaps I was the one that got away, and they didn't like that. Perhaps they wanted to keep a hold on someone who could, I don't know, rally against them.
I see. Second question. Can I take out the... Wait, who has the necklace is the question. The one
Oh, yeah, his symbol.
Yeah, who has the symbol?
I'll just check.
Where did we find that?
We did take it.
It was last session. You found it in a bedroom downstairs in the chest at the end of the bed.
A very well appointed
someone
bedroom.
pulls it out.
Yeah, a bedroom in. Yeah.
I assume someone pulls it out.
We did take it.
On the table. Yeah,
Yes, we did take it. I don't have it.
Yeah. Is this yours?
Yes, that would be. Thank you. Where did you find it?
Oh, I found it in a room that was quite nicely dressed.
Oh, you're referring to my cell. Nicely dressed is not how I would describe it. Those murals are quite horrifying. And he takes the necklace, the holy symbol, and he just places it in one of his pockets.
Yeah. All right. We found this for you. And
thank you.
I have another quick question for you. Do you know what this is? I also take out the puzzle box and I place it on the table.
I've never seen that before. What is it?
This? Oh, it's something that we found. Something that we found in the and I just kind of toss it from hand to hand.
Looks infernal.
It is. It's something of a demonic presence, most likely. Just tossing it from hand and just kind of put it on the table again. It's an artifact.
I imagine these devil-worshipping people have all sorts of horrendous objects at their disposal.
All right. Sure. You've never seen this before in your life. Not once, ever.
Never.
I see.
You have my word.
Of course. We have your word. There's many words being thrown around, of course. All right. Oh, Burlock, please. Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Can you hold down Rhea, please?
What?
All right. Does a grapple check on Rhea.
Make a grapple check. Make an athletics check.
Assist.
All right. Make it with advantage.
I don't like Rhea, so I'm going to do the jump on too, just in case. This went sideways quickly.
22.
22.
As soon as you hear that, you're like, ah!
No, she goes, what in God's name, what are you doing?
I'm going to take out my weapon and I'm going to just kind of go towards Thavius and just put my hand on his shoulder and say, What are you doing here?
Release her. She has done nothing wrong.
No. She has done nothing wrong. She's just a girl. What have you done?
I have done nothing. What are you inferring?
I'm gonna use produce flame and I'm gonna just put it against his face and behind.
Wait.
The shadow.
What shadow?
Yeah. Put it behind and put the shadow. What is wrong with your shadow?
For once, words fail him. For all the answers he's given you, he cannot formulate one for that question.
I direct her to the shadow.
She kind of like it must be some kind of a curse. You know, they probably cursed the poor man. Yes, I was cursed by Thalmara. She wanted to sully my image, and so
Why did you throw El Torel into hell?
What accusations?
It's
How
not an
dare
accusation.
you?
We have the proof. We
How-
have the letters. We have everything. Why did you throw down the city? And why do you plan to throw down this city as well?
Make a
I will point out we also have the contract motioning to
Yes.
the box.
make
Yeah.
an intimidation check.
Okay.
Can I,
Can I make
assist?
Can I make it with advantage?
Is anyone who is assisting? Yep,
Yeah.
go for it.
I will yell out. We have the box, and if I was going to see if I
Ah,
could do the roll
13! I have
instead.
such bad charisma. I'm just gonna
well,
be.
We have a reroll if you want. This might be a good
wanna
chance to use it right now.
I want to reroll. I
Can
really
I, can
do.
I reroll it off mine to? Because I'm assisting.
My intimidation's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to reroll?
I do. I really do. Does it have to be me?
You can, yeah, or someone else can attempt it.
Yeah. I'll mark
Ava's
off on the
standing
overlay the
back.
reroll. I've got much better intimidation. Like much better
Can
than
we
5.
get the audio dropped a little?
Yeah.
Yeah, the music drop.
You do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
So I
Sorry
turned
about
down the streams one as soon as it started, but yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
I will do the intimidation because I'm now starting to yell out while trying to grapple her and trying to focus her on the shadow and just let's do it.
Can
Well, 13 still shit.
Still 13, yeah.
Yeah.
can I? Since I'm still grappling Raya, is Raya resistant at the moment?
She is trying to break free. In which case, make another athletics check.
Okay, with advantage or normal now since surprise is gone.
Is Warwick still holding her? Are you helping?
Yeah.
So yeah, you do it with advantage.
Okay, thank you. So what was it again? Aesthetics.
Athletics. No,
20.
She's still. What
And
are you
have-
doing?
Have I noticed a shadow yet as well?
Now
Since
you
we've-
do.
Okay.
Now it is being pointed out. It is impossible to miss at this point.
Okay. Can I direct Raya's to the
Oh,
shadow?
she's seen it.
Yeah, she's
What
seen it.
is this to a religious man?
Who are you directing that to?
To Raya.
It's a trick. It has to be. This can't. It has to be.
How is it a trick? You saw what we saw. That was not a cell. He hasn't put on a holy man without his symbol.
Obvious. Please
He was
tell
holding
them
her.
it's true.
truth.
Tell them they're wrong. Please.
I'm going to deliberately lie right now and say he was moved to the vault when they knew that we were coming. You saw his luxury living conditions.
Please tell them they're wrong. Please tell me it's not true. And he starts rocking back. I had to.
Who did you make the deal to? The contract.
She showed me the most awful. I had to. Oh, please. I didn't. Please. And he throws out his hands, and Warwick, you recognize it. In fact, you all recognize this because you saw Thirstwell cast a spell before. He casts Sanctuary on himself, or at least he tries to, and nothing happens.
Your
I don't know.
original
And
god has
he
abandoned
quickly
you.
he does it again.
When you sacrifice a city, yeah, gods of justice and things like that don't really like it. I think you've been
I had
abandoned.
no choice.
What did you do?
I agree. I gave it to her. I did it. I gave it to her. God, forgive me. Forgive me. He starts rocking backwards and forwards, tears streaming down his face. And at this point, Burlock, make another athletics check. No.
14.
Oh, God.
Rhea breaks free, draws her sword.
Wait, Rhea!
Stop.
You traitorous wretch! How could you? You are our savior! And at this point, he is babbling. He's just rocking backwards and forwards.
Ava goes and holds
Nonsense
Rhea
coming
back.
out of his mouth.
Please.
She drops her sword, and it clang, cling, ding, clatters to the ground.
Ava just gives her a hug.
She falls to her knees and is just wide-eyed. Fabius, rocking backwards and forwards, inconsolable. Rhea, much the same. At this point, the door bursts open, and Fallister rushes in. Something's very wrong with Thalmara. Come, quick, quick!
I look
You
at
all rush out, or whoever.
Yeah.
You rush out and rush this, and you see.
Go, I'll keep an eye on them.
You see smoke pouring from the stable. You throw open the door, and Thalmara is hovering 5 feet off the ground, shaking intently. Heat. You go in, and the heat is almost unbearable. Amric is trying to force his way backwards and cannot, but the bindings are holding him. And Thalmara, kind of like at an angle, slowly tilts upwards, and there is fire in her eyes pouring out of her mouth, smoke filling this way. She screams this unholy scream of intensity and hellfire, and the scream almost turns to that of pleasure as she bellows, echoing in the otherwise silent streets as she erupts into hellish fire. And the stable, the horses go wild. The hay catches. Amric is caught in the blaze. He screams as well. You all have to step back outside as the heat is almost unbearable. The stable goes up. Horses bolt, running out, on fire. And in a moment, it's over. And the ceiling collapses. And once more, there is silence. And that's where we'll end this today's session.
They're dead.
Dang
Dang it.
Okay.
We've got one and a
guess
half
I'll accept it
witnesses.
for now.
So those two died.
You don't,
I
well,
don't know.
you can infer some. You can infer as much, but you'll have to check.
Well,
next
Ava doesn't
week.
know because she stayed back with the.
I was.
Oh, you heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it. It was
I heard it,
almost.
but she
It was
doesn't-
almost a psychic scream. It just reverberated around this area. It was hard to miss. Yeah, and so we'll pick this up next week.
Okay. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I guess. God damn. All right. Yes.
Session 10. Woo!
We
Yay.
broke
Hope
a
that-
ruler
Oh,
of a massive city, a righteous person, and we broke him, and I am so happy. And her, and Leia. I'm so happy.
Ava's just
Oh, he
like,
broke
I
her.
feel so bad for Rhea. Like, Ava. Oh no.
I feel less bad for her.
Yeah.
This is fun, you guys. I'm so glad I got to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll be back next week. We might be having some stuff going on. We have our Goblin Lords show still happening. We had one of our best episodes this week and last week of the Goblin Lords, where everyone just... It was fun. We got to do some really disgusting things as a GM. It's just really weird, but we'll be back next week with that. But before then, there is a Wreckfest community racing night with a sim racing community. Wreckfest is just total smash room racing. We'll be putting that on Saturday night. I believe it's Saturday night, so Friday night or Friday day for USA time. I'll get the times up. I'll get an announcement up about that shortly. So sim racing is all about clean racing. We have our sim rigs and everything else and get all the bits and pieces back. And you do not hit any other cars. This is the exact opposite. It's got all the physics, got all everything in it, but the idea is to hit everybody. And it is so much fun. We're racing buses, we're racing three-wheelers, we're racing essentially it's demo derby cars, even double stacker cars, which just fall over. It is super, super fun. So please tune into that. I'll get updates on when that is as soon as I get the full information, but that's going to be fun. That's going to be Friday night for USA, also Friday day USA. Saturday night, I believe it's going to be for Australia. But that's the big thing. And of course, we'll be going to be back. And during COVID-19 at the moment, we've been doing a lot of World War Z because it feels good to be able to shoot the zombie uprising, getting that apocalyptic skills up and running just in case. Just in case. Of course, just in case.
Also,
yep.
that insight check that you had Ash do on accident.
Which
On
one?
Lady Van Damper.
Yeah.
'Cause you
Oh,
thought
on me. Or was it?
Yeah.
was it
No.
Was it you? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you would have seen if you were looking at her and you had rolled a high insight, you would have seen her unconscious, but her mouth
Yeah.
babbling, not like nonsense. And if you'd stayed around, you would have seen that situation develop.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But I don't think it would have helped.
No.
Strangely
Probably
enough, I would have actually ran into there if I was given the chance. Through that monologue.
I would have actually gone in to save Amric.
Yeah, same.
Same.
As much as...
Wait
yeah.
till next week.
Try to.
But yeah,
Next week.
it was a good
I
monologue.
haven't roll. I will roll for it in the coming week, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's survived or not. I'm going to roll for it. So,
Oh, I got a new...
Sounds terrible, actually. Not good, but sounds terrible. Okay, for sure.
I've got a new macro on my sheet as well, so I just want to roll this now.
what's
who's there?
this?
Holy!
Oh.
Not telling roll.
Not telling what this roll is for.
Ow.
I was
All right.
bored.
100 D100. Oh, +5.
+5. Oh, not
What?
bad.
No,
This
that's
+5
+5.
makes it so it's
Why
Yeah,
there's a
you're good.
+5? I took...
at
Oh
least
no,
105 damage.
because it's got strength on there.
Alright.
I tried to take that off. Oh well. So it is off. Oh, it's on there. Okay, gotcha.
All things considered, you rolled pretty bad.
I know. Well, it's below average, but when you're talking about between 1 and 10,000,
Yeah.
yeah,
You rolled pretty bad.
it's
Yeah.
just below average. It's a 4 out of 10.
Hopefully that's not a new critical.
That's the righteous smite. That's when I feel better about demolishing people and like breaking their will when they're too righteous. Yeah. So my name's Karsha Goldman. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for all the bits and pieces. Thank you for we're trying to put on the best shows we can. Any donations you do, if you're on YouTube, click that bell, but actually more importantly, subscribe to the channel and just write something. it makes a big difference if you just write something and just leave a message. And I'm pretty spot on replying to them all. So yeah, it makes a massive difference. Mr. Live Producer, where can we find you? What are you doing?
You can find me on twitch.tv at Mr. Live Producer. I mostly do VR content, mainly Audica, Beat Saber, Synth Riders, and Pistol Whip. But I'm going to start doing tutorials on video editing and video production. So I'll probably do that once a week. Tune in when I'm doing that stuff. Catch me on the Twitters, and I'll let you know what's going on. Emmy,
Awesome.
your turn.
Hi, I'm Emmy Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emmy. Yes. I have been playing Ava, the human monk, and you can catch me over on twitch.tv/gathering notes, where normally we play, normally you'd see me over there playing D&D one-shots, but at the moment that slot's kind of like more of a variety stream. We're playing like board games and other multiplayer games that we can play online and things like that. Just until all this mess is blown over. But we've also got on there our Brisbane by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade game. I'm not in that one, but you can catch us doing that as well. And yes, there are more things to come. And today has been fun. I've been very stressed over this.
I think DMs like hearing that though. Like, oh wow, so the players are stressed out. Yeah, the feelings.
And it didn't even need to do combat this session.
Technically,
Actually, no, we did do combat.
Yes,
Right
a little bit.
little bit.
Emotional combat.
It was more of a
The emotional beat up.
Slow burn.
I was saying to everyone on the break, it's kind of balancing on feeling the need to reveal Ava's story, like backstory, because this is very close to it.
You still need to define that properly for me.
Haven't you?
Like I've got like the paragraph you put on the odd character sheet, like the small paragraph. Unless you've added to it.
I haven't added to it. That's all I'm talking about.
Right. Well, you know, it's okay.
There should be.
Let me just.
There's more than one paragraph.
Oh, you have added to
down.
it. I must not have checked it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the last one's kind of not really a paragraph. Some of those paragraphs are like 2 sentences long, but.
But your character and mine are very different, apparently.
Yes.
yeah.
Apparently, everyone's character.
Very different. You're very like live for yourself, while Ava's like, I'm gonna help everyone.
Yeah, but we have so many different alignments in this.
And yet everyone thought I was like broken when I actually was taking money for restitution for the needy.
Yeah, when you actually tried to help other people.
Everyone goes, what the?
Yeah, I was like, what? Show me insight. He's possessed or something.
I must say, after being told by the GM to mute yourself and take off your headsets.
Very suspicious.
Like, that's a bit of a...
Yes.
No going back and wheelchairing the Lord. But, Amy, I think you might need to watch last week's, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think all
probably
the characters
do that
being
over
very
the weekend.
different is actually making it really good. And finding out those little bits of how different. And Will, I just want to say before you do your outro thing, I'm so used to you playing Kadan that it is weird to see you so vicious with this character with Ash and so blunt and so forward. It's good. I'm loving it. Because it's such a different...
With Kadan, I mean, there's a lot of different things. With Kadan, he's just a good guy that had a bad day. With this character, she just really doesn't care. She only cares about very few things in her life, so it's all good. Yeah, I like Ash a lot. So, I'm Will.
It's almost like it's a campaign themed around morality.
I know, it's so weird, right?
It's
It's like
the name Saints and Sinners.
exactly. So weird. It's as if it all came together somehow. It's not like we planned each other's characters together or anything.
No,
Actually,
no,
that's
no,
actually
yes.
true. But yeah, my name is Will. I play Ash, the Fire Genasi Artificer. With all the virus stuff going on, stay safe, everybody. And with the virus stuff
Absolutely.
going on as well, yeah, stay safe, everyone. Anything to plug? Oh yeah. So you can catch me streaming every few days on Twitch.
Hey,
This is new.
this is new.
He can promote himself now. I have a mighty need.
So you can catch me streaming almost every day on Twitch. With all the virus stuff happening, I've realized that, you know what, I need something to plug, and this is the perfect time to at least do it while I don't have school,
Hey.
no work, and stuff like that. So I've been having a lot of fun these past few weeks. I've reached affiliate like 3 weeks ago, and I've been
Really?
waiting at least a few moments to start plugging myself.
What do you stream?
I play Hearthstone Battlegrounds, the card game.
Okay.
I play
Nice.
children's cards games online. I try to be best. I'm reaching the top 200 leaderboards on Hearthstone Battlegrounds, so
Nice.
Wow.
it's really good.
Nice.
I'm doing very well, and yeah, so you catch me mostly every day there. I'm not streaming.
You should
tomorrow.
actually tell us when you're streaming so that we can watch it.
Well,
Yeah.
I will
If
get
you guys
your.
want to comment, yeah.
What is your
Yeah.
streaming name or streaming? What's your Twitch
My
stuff?
streaming name is Fallen HS, so FALIWN. It's
Okay.
actually, the name is from my first 3 letters of my actual name, and the first 3 letters of my actual last name, just in an anagram. Wow, so smart. But yeah, you can catch me streaming Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I might do other games as well, but for now, that's all I'm doing. We have fun, and if you guys want to come hang out and talk, I have like a lot of people in my chat that don't even know how to play the game. They just come to bother me, so it's really fun. It's really awesome. So if you guys want to come hang out,
That'll be
catch me at FALIWNHS on Twitch TV.
We'll get that into the credits. Not
Yeah.
this week, but in
Alright.
normal weeks, and we'll
Yeah,
also
cool.
get you into the Discord's auto alert system, where other streamers on the channel and friends of the channel get an automatic pop up when they are streaming. Unfortunately, the channel's own streaming alert doesn't work, so it's everybody
Yeah,
else's.
Oh yeah.
We're working on it. But we do have a Discord as well, so the details are down below. Check that out, and even in YouTube, if you're watching, the details are usually in there as well for you. Sky, how are you going? And
Hi, I've been Skyblue Shinx, and I've been your dungeon master for tonight. I'm on Twitter at Skyblue Shinx. I'm on SoundCloud at Skyblue Shinx. Not posted anything on SoundCloud for a while, but I've got I got a new track, a new commission coming out soon. Everyone here,
Except
at
for
least
me.
all the other players, except for you, have heard an early draft of it. It's very much inspired by the Doom soundtrack, with a little bit of orchestral stuff thrown in there to mix it up, as per the client's request. But I was very happy to have a request such as that, because it's something it's the heaviest thing I've ever written, and I really enjoyed making it. So check, that'll be coming out in about a week or so, with any luck. And yeah, I've got nothing else to really discuss.
Thank you for all this. This has been wonderful. And coming from a player for such a long time, and then coming into DMing, it's amazing for me as the producer and the runner of the channel to have someone else working and doing the amount of work that's required for this type of stuff. So thank you just from me, and I'm sure from everybody else, for doing this. I know it's very late for you.
Yeah,
So
well,
we will do our outro end. We'll do our credits roll without Will's new channel, but we'll do our outro, and we'll raid Sunbon. So generally speaking, I will find someone to raid. Our current raid for our Wednesday for our Goblin show is actually Gathering Nerds for the most part. So we've been trying to do that because they're doing their vampire thing pretty much as we end. So it's nice to raid a friendly channel like that. But we'll find someone. Thank you everyone for being here. It's been amazing. And yeah. Bye.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Not dead yet.